What's going on? We have reached episode 4, and I know y'all know who's on my damn guest tonight. The legend, the one and only, Scorpio. Bro!
What up, man?
Welcome.
What up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling? How life treating you?
You know, fluffy, loving life. I can't complain.
Fluffy, I like that. All right.
Fluffy, loving life.
So we're gonna start this with a bang. The first question, as always. How did your journey begin in this lifestyle right here?
That's a crazy one. Well, I know we limited on time, so I'm gonna give you the condensed version. Okay. So the journey, it actually started before lifestyles itself. It started with the music. Mm-hmm. So love for motorcycles. So back in the day, me and a small crew of friends of mine, we used to, I'm gonna say, borrow motorcycles allegedly. Okay. So that's actually how I learned. It was like 6 of us piled up in a car, and we, just pull out in the car with a bunch of helmets, scope the hood from 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning, and they threw me on a Honda F2. So I've been on dirt bikes before then, but they threw me on a Honda F2, and I learned how to ride on the way home on a borrowed motorcycle, allegedly. So that was the situation. So it started there, and then I forget. I think it was a Nintendo game or a Sega game where they had motorcycles and they was fighting with each other with like baseball bats and all this other shit. And the intro of the game, the nigga did like a little bunny hop endo. I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
Damn,
so
I forgot.
It was that. So then I got a hold of some tapes. What the fuck was his name? Gary Rockwell. I got a hold of some tapes from Gary Rockwell in Europe, and he had the 1100 all done up. So he's doing that, and as Gary Rockwell's doing that, I catch another tape. At this time, I'm living between New York and Delaware, so I'm all in Coatesville, I'm in Pennsylvania, I'm in Philly, I'm all over the place. Okay. So I get a tape, and the tape was called Wheels of Steel. I'm like, Wheels of Steel. So we popped the tape in, and tape got mad tracking. Everybody trying to, doing tracking back then was like mixing niggas.
Right.
So the nigga come on, and in the beginning of the tape, nigga dressed in all black, 1100, humming, bad bitch on the back. He rocking. Ooh, he put the bike down, look at the camera. Yo, when I say my face went blank, I was like, who the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, that's this cat from New York named Wink. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Yo, when I tell you I watched that tape on repeat, nigga, I went out and bought the $10 rewinder, put that bitch, pop the tape back in.
Yo, you're showing our age. You're showing our age right now.
I ain't gonna say it is. So I'm watching this tape, and as I'm watching this tape, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So I said, I'm gonna go to New York and find this nigga. They was like, you gonna find a nigga in New York? I said, yeah. Nobody wanted to go. Matter of fact, one cat went with me, my boy Twan. ZX6 from Dub. We hit 95. We get up New York, hit the turnpike, and I'm literally just riding around New York. I ain't got nowhere to stay. I don't really know nobody. I'm kind of, I know a few people kind of there for work, not for work. So I'm just riding around on the weekend. It took me like 3 weekends, and they said, yo, they meeting up with, what do you call it? They meeting up on Linden Boulevard, McDonald's. I'm like, what? All right, so I go to Linden Boulevard, McDonald's. Nigga, it's like 200 bikes up that bitch.
Damn.
This is before the anthem, before Roughriders, before anything. It's like 200 bikes on that bitch. So I get in with Wink. I meet Wink. Muss, Sweets. I meet the crew, meet Queen. And when I say, and I'll get into the whole prospect shit later, but when I say somebody's green, like I had to, by this time I had my own legit bike. It was a CBR, a Strad 600. I forget what color it was. Okay. It was a Strad 600. So I get in there and I'm talking to them, and they mad cool. And they was like, yo, you can only get up front if you got blocks. What does blocks mean? Which I'll explain later. Like, you'll see what blocks mean. You see what blocks mean. I'm like, all right, cool. Okay. So when that happened, I'm watching them, and to see what I saw on the tape, the way y'all felt about the anthem is the way I felt about Wheels of Steel. So when I see that on the tape, I'm like, yo, this nigga 12 o'clock with Shorty on the back and the ballerina pose, and my man's his neck. It's like a choreographed dance, and you got Wink, you got Musk, you got Beast, you got Sweets, you got Sean Supermax, and they just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, I'm sitting there. I don't even know how to do a burnout, nigga.
You the odd one out.
No, there was like 200 people behind us. Oh. But these were the only niggas that had blocks. This is before Roughriders.
Okay.
So we ride till about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, all right, I'm headed back home. And then, you know, it was either Wink or Judge, I forget who it was. It was like, yo, where you going? I said, I live in Delaware. It was like, you about to hit the turnpike? Nigga, we rode all day. I was like, yeah, nigga, sleep on the couch.
Oh.
Nigga, they just met me.
Right.
Sleep on the couch. So I'm sleeping on Wink and Jaji couch. So any Marvel fans out there, imagine rolling up to Wakanda and sleeping on the couch in the throne room. Just, nigga, I ain't sleep.
You just amazed, like I ain't gonna
try to take a token, but I don't want to steal nothing.
Right.
So, long story short, they winged me. Wink and Jaji, they put me under their wing like a little brother. Okay. And from then on, it was just I used to go up there every weekend, ride every weekend. I got a regular job in Delaware all night. Every weekend, ride. So one weekend, we get up there and he said, "Yo, we doing a parade." So that was the wing parade. Okay. And the wing parade was the Rough Rider anthem. Oh. So the Rough Rider anthem was not choreographed at all. Okay. So you got Jay Jessis with a camera on a truck strapped down, and him and Y trying to hold the camera down, filming us. Then it came to the point where they got the mass shot of the bikes. After they got the mass shot of the shit that I sipped earlier, Poe, you got me fucked up.
Woo!
Yo, Poe,
I told you to sip. I told you to sip before you got it.
Yo, Poe left this at the crib. Poe, you got me fucked up. And 44% alcohol, nigga. I took 2 sips.
Fucking alcohol.
Stone rum. This shit like rubbing alcohol. 40.
Shit.
Yeah. So we get it, nigga. So we rocking out, and as we rocking out, the anthem happened. So we see cameras, we see the artists, we see all that other shit, blah blah blah. And then after that happens, I go back to Delaware. Getting ready for work. I used to work at Citibank down in Delaware. I used to be a computer programmer. I'm just
just typing.
So just doing my thing. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for in the morning. Nigga, look up. I'm like, that's Wink's bike. Mm-hmm. Yo. Then I see me go by. Then I see Beast go by. Then I see Super. I'm like, yo, niggas, we on TV.
Yo, and you know what you just did? You segued to my second damn question.
that's the Rough Rider journey. You want the lifestyle journey?
I want it all. Like, listen,
you ready for the next question? You want the lifestyle journey?
You pretty much just segue how you got in, how y'all pretty much started.
But that's not lifestyles. What a lot of people got to realize, that's Rough Riders.
All right, help me out.
That's Rough Riders. We got to set this shit straight now.
Yes, right now.
Right now, that's Rough Riders. That's the label. That's the music. Okay. Nobody got paid for that music video. After the fact, after the shit blew up, they called Wink back. Wink got a contract. Not the team. Wink got a contract. So Wink was the first stunt motorcycle guy, or stuntman, or motorcycle, whatever you want to call him, signed to a major record label like an artist deal.
Nice.
But when he brought us along, we were the street team. It ended up being to where, we were under Poe and Y, and we were just because Poe was doing promotions.
Okay.
So we're under Poe and Y, and that's how we got that's how we became like the glorified street team.
Okay.
So lifestyles, to answer you, that was the prelim.
Okay.
And there's way more to that, but this is your real question. Your real question is journey and lifestyles. So there was a situation where, and I'm not gonna get too deep into it, money was funny. Okay. Right? Stunt Team wasn't really getting paid their just due. and cats started splitting, and people stopped not showing up. And we did the Onyx tour, and then we did we're in Hard Knock Rough Rider tour. So as we're on Hard Knock Rough Rider tour, again, money was a little funny. So I go to Wig, I go to Y, and I'm like, yo, Y. When we come here, everybody's here to see the artists. Like, there's a line around the corner to get into the arena. But if you look across the parking lot, nigga, there's 200 bikes waiting to see us. Like, the niggas that do the wheelies. Because everybody thought DMX and Eve and Kiss was them was doing wheelies. So there's like, yo, no, they here to see us. They know us. So we go over there, and every time they perform inside the arena, we would go outside and we would ride with the hood, no matter what hood we in. So there might be some people from way back then that's like, yo, I've been riding with him. Yeah, that was them days when we used to, go and ride with him. So I said, yo, so check it. And when we ride with them, niggas got Rough Rider stickers, t-shirts, all kind of shit. Wheels of Steel magazines, like it's all kind of, sign this. And it came to the point, we was our own little celebrity.
Right. So
we start rolling, and it was what it was. And then get back to the hood, and the 200 bikes that I said was on Linden Boulevard was like 1,000 bikes after the anthem blew up. So that was crazy. So after I told that to Y, Y is the kind of individual, and I'm not taking credit for lifestyles at all, but I did plant the seed. You know what I mean? Y is the mastermind behind lifestyles. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm never gonna say it's just his shit. I'm never gonna take credit.
I got you.
But when I say, yo, we should start this bike crew, this nigga Y did the Jerome and let's do dog, cat, bird, fish. He started throwing all this shit at it. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So after a whole Bellagio of shit, it boiled down to, and I said this in another interview, the essence of a thug. You on the street corner, you hustling, you want to get away from the police, you jump on your bike, you bounce.
Right.
And because you hustling, you got the fly whips. But while you on the corner or whatever, you got your dogs. Your dogs are athletic. We're gonna use the word athletic. We got athletic dogs. They're athletes. You know what I mean? So you're doing that. So you knew your bloodline, you knew your Jeep, your Gator, you knew all your stuff, you knew where the pit was, you know who had the pits, so forth and so on. And I'm not talking about pit bulls, I'm talking about the pits. Who had the actual pits in their crib and yada yada and this and that and the other. You in the Gazette, you traveling, but then eventually you get caught up. And you go to jail, and they take all the weights away. But then you come out with the jail glow. And you got six pack. You in there doing it in calisthenics. You rocking. So it came Thug Workout, bike, and car wasn't there yet. So it's Thug Workout, bike, and dog. Game Dog. Game Dog. And this is before the names were divisions. We were in a meeting one time, and I voted heavily against division because I don't like the word. The word means divided. So if you look at the Rough Rider Lifestyles site, the banners, I created those banners, and I put K9 Unit. I put Rough Rider Motorsports, MOTO. I put car and truck. I didn't put, there's no division in my artwork. The word division does not exist in my artwork at all. I refuse to put it up there.
I got you.
So that kicked off. So when it kicked off, he said, yo, let's get this shit popping. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get it popping. So I went online and I'm in the office. And again, I'm trying to give you the condensed version. In the middle of all, from the anthem video to me and Y, trying to start the lifestyle situation. That's when we got the JB and the other cats involved. But I'm gonna tell my story. So while we're in there, I got the AOL 3.0. I'm about to date myself. The AOL 3.0 free disc. And if you do the free disc for 30 days, and you know what you're doing, you know how to delete the file and do another 30 days. New free disc. Yeah. So I'm in there. I'm on Black Planet. I'm on Mi Gente. I'm on MySpace. I'm on Asian Avenue. And I'm starting these groups, these Rough Rider groups. And I'm like, yo, this nigga said, wow. He gonna look right now. My Black Planet plays. So I'm starting these groups up, and we get shit popping, right? And start reaching out to some point people. Well, why had relationships in other cities? Okay. So the thing where I said we hopped and we went on tour and we drove down the East Coast, I mean, God damn, Poe. I'm gonna call this shit Poe.
Yep.
Yeah, Poe, you nigga. So
you just got branded on my show.
But look, the shit is like right here. You took 2 swings, nigga. Damn. So we did the tour. We did with the Lifestyles tour, and it wasn't a tour like Lifestyles was supposed to promote the music.
Right.
So we did that, and we give this, we stopped, give a bunch of dirty denim and shit to a nigga named Stan in Baltimore. Went all the way down, came back up, stopped in Baltimore again. Stan standing in the same corner. He got Rough Rider everywhere. We had stick-on tattoos, keychains, bandit. Nigga, he just hard out.
So this is way before we even talk.
Yeah, this is way before anything. The nigga is hard out. We like, nah, nigga, you're supposed to hand it out with the hood, and then by the time we get back, you're supposed to have a crew.
Mm-hmm.
You and Fido, and y'all niggas is hard the fuck out. They all the shit we gave them. So the first couple ones was definitely it didn't go well. It was definitely a failure. Okay. And another thing too is I got in trouble. So when I got in trouble, I kept going in and out of the Great Bar Hotel. So I was like, yo, I understand. Oh, before one time I got in trouble, I came out. And when I came out, I was like, yo, I'm trying to call these markets, because back in the day, when Suge said CEO ain't on the video with you, come over to death row. That's how Wide, D, and Siobhan been reeling the cut, reeling the back. They never really been all up in the video like that. So Y had no face.
Right.
So we was in the office, and Y, if you're watching this, I'm about to tell this story. Not because it was a personal story, and
okay.
And I never said it out loud before, so you get this and this. You about to get a lot of exclusives tonight. So but there's players involved that can vouch the story. They know. So I get out, and my little Nextel is blowing up. Little Nextel chirp.
Yes, I missed those.
So so Bruiser hit me. Bruiser was the first one. Yo, nigga, this nigga called me from New York talking about send the Lifestyle money to him. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm fucking with Scorp. I'm like, all right, okay, let me see who that is. All right, so I get another call. A nigga named Terry out of Chicago. Yo, Scorp, nigga try to call me, talking about send the money. I'm like, I ain't sending no money. Scorp, my nigga, I'm gonna send the money to Scorp. So it came to the point where I'm at the studio. I was like, yo, Scorp, let me talk to you for a minute. So we go in the room, just me and him. And he's like, yo, man, what the fuck is going on in the streets? I'm like, what you mean what's going on in the streets? I got my people's trying to call to get this money. And then I call, try to get the money. These niggas is banging on me. Nah, I don't know you, click.
Wow.
That's call me, click. I'm like, yo. So, and I recapped the story with Bruiser the other day. We was laughing our asses off. But I made some calls with Y in the room. And in that one sitting, I brought in 20 G's in like 15 minutes. Yo, just send the money through, man. I'm out the ping. Just send it through. And I forget what the structure was back then, but it wasn't as monthly dues. And it wasn't $100 a year. It was on some monthly shit and invest money and all that other shit. So that happened. Then we rock from there. That happened. So yeah, that's my journey. I mean, it goes further than that, but that's the kickoff of actual Lifestyles and how it came to be. And we had Fly Ty, like JD was saying in the chat, that was the first director of Lifestyles. And we had Amelia Moore, and we had Gloria.
I heard that one.
Yeah, Gloria was she was the head of and she's my sister to this day. And we still, and all the people I'm telling you, I'm still in communication with.
Okay.
So we had Gloria, we had a few other people. So it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Nice. So that's my introduction and my kickoff to Lifestyle. Oh, and this the signature shit. So Gloria is the head of Dirty Denim. And as she's running up Dirty Denim, her sister is doing all the designs. So there was a meeting where they needed a signature, like some kind of a script. So there's a meeting where they do the signature and they take everybody's signature. And they're supposed to combine everybody's signature and make it the Rough Rider signature. So I'm in a meeting and there's a dude named Sleep that does all the graphic work for Roughriders.
Okay.
And then, because my degree is not in graphic work. I do graphic work. What I do for a living is what I feed my family with. But I'm like I'm following sleep, and I'm following, Steph. Steph is the girl. So Steph was like, yo, Scorp, sign this. Just sign it Roughriders 10 times on this piece of paper. I'm like, all right, cool. That was it.
So
fast forward like a year later, when all the designs get approved and the manufacturing start, this, that, and the other. Straight up, I look at the signature, man. It is what it is. I kept it moving, And then we were in Philly one time, and we sitting on the stoop. It was me, Reggie from Philly, Eve, and Steph. And I pull up with Eve on the back, and I'm like, yo, Steph, I'm gonna take you for a ride. You gonna get on this bike. I don't know if I got no bikes. Why? You can't be up here, be no rough rider, and get on no bike. So she get on the bike. I wheelie up and down the Ave with her, bring her back. She's shaking and shit. It's beautiful. So when her nerves calmed down, she broke down, and she was like, yo, that's your signature that I use, right? I was like, so, and I look at it again. I'm like, wow.
Right.
Get it off grip, because that's not how I write. It was just, I was trying to be artistic. You know what I mean? So it's... And it just happened. That was a big ass mistake. There was no intent on that shit happening at all.
But at the same time, let's see. Next year we're hitting 35 years, and your signature, that signature, is like one of the main questions of all prospect manuals. Like
yeah,
it's like it's your legacy. It's like part of your legacy right now.
That shit was a glorified mistake.
A glorified mistake. A glorified mistake, but it's part of your legacy now. So there you go. So this is since we talk about bikes and stuff, man. Tell us your first bike as a Rough Rider.
It was the Stride. It's a Stride 750.
750.
The Stride 750, and right now, and I posted this a couple times. I'm going through a couple surgeries right now. A bunch of old stunt shit. Got my shoulders reconstructed, biceps reattached, all kind of bullshit.
Oh, you just hit all.
So the Gixxer 1000, it's on ice, and I got my son. He actually went out and got his own Grom, and he went out and got his own Grom, got his little job paying for his Grom, and he got two. A 2 Grom payment is cheap. So he rocking the Grom payment. So right now, I'm scooting around my little neighborhood, and those of you been in my house, I'm scooting around the little neighborhood on the ground. So it's the 1000 that's on ice, the Black Panther joint, which I call DMXR 1000. I built that in honor of my man's. And it's funny because ever since I named that bike DMXR, it's been having issues. I'm like, nigga, you embodied this bitch.
His spirit is there. Like, I'm gonna live on through this bike.
It was that. So yeah, that's that. So that's what I'm riding now. I'm not. I want that Ducati V4, but the way my bank account is set up, y'all see my royalty checks. Them royalty checks is like $20. Oh. They used to be 20 G. They used to be 20 G's a month, but they $20 now. So.
That's like some damn child support check or something. So since we talking about, I'm gonna do a little side because I was just at Little X house, and I was like, take this bike out this garage. I want to take pictures with it so I can show, Scorp. The guy in the garage. You like, yo, he supposed to have came and got this when I found out that he was having surgery and stuff. And I was like, damn, we could have had him here getting this damn bike and stuff. But how did you feel when Lil X showed you that for the first time?
I had two emotions.
Okay. What was
initial emotions? The way that he did it, it was Facebook video call. So the first initial, the way he had the phone and he's coming up on the bike, and I'm looking at it. I'm in the camera. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I lie to you not, my eyes watered up and my heart started to beat like heavy. Cause I was like, yo, that's Aaliyah, that's my bike. And then he rolled up on it and he pointed at the tail. Yo, nigga, remember when this happened and you left this mark right here? And then so I'm like emotional. I'm like, yo, to the point I'm ready to catch a flight.
We
want my shit.
Yo,
I want to hug you. I want to give you 10 midget concubines, and I want my shit. So then he pulls the camera back out. This is where the emotions switch. What the fuck is that shit? Nigga, it wasn't my bike. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yo, nigga, my bike is a shred. You done took the biker boy Jigsaw and wrapped this shit in camo, talking about here. So it was a yin and yang situation. I got emotional because I legit thought it was my bike. And then when I found out it wasn't my bike, it was a what the fuck, nigga? And then it switched again to I appreciate you for building that.
Right.
So the nigga, it was an emotional roller coaster. But at the end of the day, I still ain't got my shit. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is.
I mean, man, it's just sitting there. I'm like, yo, if you don't come, I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm gonna ride.
Yeah, ride the bitch. I mean, X text me, man, and send it over, man. Send it over.
He's trying to get me in trouble.
I send that shit over, man. It's beautiful, and the way that they did the rap and they did everything, the way he did it, it's a decent build. It's a real good build.
Yeah.
I really do want to get another shred, like the '90s shred, and redo it again. I'm still in contact with the painter. I'm still in contact with everybody that did it, and I can send it through the same exact avenues.
Okay.
So, but shout out to Lil X for doing that, man. He fucked with me, man. He fucked with me hard. That was an emotional motherfucking roller coaster.
When he showed it to me, like, did you show it to him yet? Because that's when I found you couldn't come. Like, did you at least show it to him yet? And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Like, are you going to send him pictures? Or you going to do a video? Like,
he did a video.
So,
he did a video. And then the nigga screenshot this shit and sent me back the video. I'm like, this nigga is recording me. Authorized. Nigga, the fans tell you when they record you. This call may be recorded. This nigga just, whatever, dog. Whatever. I'm sure he gonna edit out the part to say what the fuck and keep the emotional shit in there. But Poe, this shit is off the chain, my man.
Poe, he's drinking Poe on my show. We named it after
because what happened was Poe comes through and stays in my crib, man. I love my brother to death. He comes through and he stays in my crib, and he left this. He got this for his birthday. Somebody gave it to him, and he re-gifted it to me because he's not really a heavy drinker like that. Right. And tonight was my first night cracking it, and this shit is like rubbing alcohol.
Well, you're telling you go have some more chest hair.
Yeah. Oh, another thing too is let me rewind real quick. Take another 2 minutes of your time. This is something I never said out loud too. Another exclusive. When we were starting Lifestyles, and I said I got in trouble. I got in trouble and I ended up losing my job in Delaware Citibank. So as I'm doing that, let me mute my phone. My bad, boss. So as I'm doing that, I lose my job, I lose my crib, I lose everything, and I go to Y. I'm like, yo, Y, I'm fucked up. I've been on tour doing all this other crazy shit. My record deal, I had a record contract with Universal Music Group, Huff and Gamble out of Philly. I used to be an R&B singer.
Okay.
So that shit was gone, royalties from that. Like shit just didn't go. And it was like a couple years where nigga was depressed, suicidal, all kind of crazy shit. And he was like, well, look, we got this lifestyle thing going. Make it pop. So for those cats out there talking about, I put this into the lifestyle, I put that into the lifestyle. And, JB mentioned a couple times 53rd and 8th. We had an office on 53rd and 8th. And legit, dog, that's where I lived. I was homeless, living in the office on AOL when I was talking about AOL. And I was sleeping under the desk. And when everybody left for the night, that was like a smorgasbord for me, man. If you leftover Chinese food, I was going to the trash and eating everybody's leftovers, my office mates. And I survived like that for like a whole year trying to start Lifestyles, to the point where after the whole tours with JB and all the whole crew, that list that he put up in the middle, that tour was unsuccessful. We hit a couple good markets, but that tour was unsuccessful. Yo, it came to the point where I would get a little change every now and then from stuff that I did, because I was still doing stunts in other parts of the world, and I was still doing music a little bit, and I would take my money, jump on a camo bike, and ride to your city. and sleep on your couch.
Wow, man.
So when I say, yo, nigga was living with Beast and I was sleep with Wink's house, and when Wink and Jaji split, I'm at Jaji's crib and Wink, nigga, I was homeless.
Yeah.
Starting lifestyles, homeless. I'm rolling up in your hood, and it's like, oh, Scorp, there go the bike, Roughriders. I got $5 in my pocket. I'm trying to figure it out. And that's like the shit that homelessness, jail time, broken bones. Like I've been in 3 comas over Roughriders. So it's, I put a lot into it, so, but yeah, that's that. What's your next question? My bad.
The next question, right? You got me. I didn't get my drink in yet, but next. Hell, there we go. What is your favorite or most memorable Rough Rider moment you witnessed?
If you were there, you can relate. I had just rapped Biker Boys, and I'm in LA, and Y gives me a call. Yo, we about to shoot this video for X, and he's asking for you. I'm like, all right. So I call X up. Yo, what up? Yo, Scorp, I'm about to shoot this video, dog. I need you to come out. It's about to be crazy. We in the hood. We're gonna make it happen. Let's do it. I'm like, all right. Dog call, I go. Mm-hmm. So Y call, dog call. And if Magnum's watching this video, Magnum will, and I quote, nigga, stay your ass in Cali. Do not go back to New York. Mag told me straight up, do not go back to New York. We are upstairs in his house, in his home office. And he's sitting on the other side of the desk, and he looked me dead in my face. Do not go back to New York. You got the Rough Rider shop here. That's doing well. You got the apartment. Nigga, you got a whip. You got access to my crib. My door's like, Mag was just like, do not go back. Hey, nigga, you was homeless back there. Mm-hmm. You was homeless. That was the one who called me. Because goddamn. When Mag came to New York, about 2 days into it, we walking down in Manhattan, and Mag just looked at me. Magnum. I'm talking about Magnum from Cali, y'all. Yeah. Mag just looked at me, and Mag was like, nigga, you homeless? You living in the office? Straight up. One thing about Mag, he ain't gonna shoot. He ain't no sugarcoat. He ain't gonna beat around no bushes. Yo, nigga, you homeless, nigga? I'm like, yeah. And he just sat back and kept walking. A few months later, nigga called me. He was like, yo, I got this opportunity for you. And he was the one who called me for Biker Boys. So that happened. And the stunt coordinator for Biker Boys at the time was a dude. He was the VP. No, we didn't have positions back then. He was a Rough Rider. But anyways, so yeah, that shit happened, and it popped off, and I got in trouble. So the favorite story is I go back to New York and I shoot Where the Hood At with X. So this time X is living in Arizona. I'm flying back and forth to Arizona, messing with X and Swiss and everybody out here. And that's where I'm at now, is in Arizona. And we X had for those who know, it's a sand rail. It's like a dune buggy that you take to the desert. Mm-hmm. So he has a sand rail with a I think it was a CBR 900 engine in it. So a picture of T-Rex on 4 wheels, hyped up on steroids. Dang. So this nigga, and in the beginning of the video, Where the Hood At, you see him coming in, and he's sliding it in. He got Jaji riding shotgun. So it's that video shoot. Mm-hmm. So we running through New York crazy. And we had about, basically everybody you see in that video was on bikes and was with us. Okay. So we hitting borough to borough to borough to borough. And X is driving. The vehicle's not registered. It's not legal. But he's running from the police. And when he get caught up, all I say is, and this has nothing to do with the please do not take this and run with it. All I would say is, Roughriders! Everybody line up like fucking Malcolm X and surround the nigga. And when they surround the nigga, the police is in the 12-passenger van. Them niggas is hitting the locks like, the police hitting the locks. Mm-hmm. We was so deep, and then we'll make a pass and he'll get away. Right. Take that moment and times it by 20. I'm riding, I see X walking. And there's footage of X. I can walk through the hood. I can do whatever. I don't need no bodyguards. The street. That's the moment. So as they're filming that, I pull up behind them. Yo, nigga, why you walking? Yo, Scorp, man, fuck that 4-wheeler shit, nigga. I'm good. I say, yo, man, here, take my bike, take it back to the studio. I'm gonna take the sand rail back. Man, fuck that sand rail shit. Nah, I'm gonna take the sand rail back to the studio. I got you. All right, nigga, whatever. And there's some footage. Actually, if you look at him, you know, with Ali shooting him, you'll see my silver bike. It was silver at the time. I'm doing endos alongside him, and I'm wheeling alongside him. But there's another clip with X jumping on a silver Shred, which is my Shred, and he pulls off. So I go in the alleyway. I jump in the ATV. Put that bitch in first. Pop the clutch. The shit sound like this. The nigga blew the clutch.
Oh.
We in Harlem. I gotta go back to Yonkers.
Oh, no.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Nigga SWAT, everything surrounded me. So as they surround me, they lock me up. They can't find me. The funniest shit was they was like, yo, I'm sitting in this holding cell for like 3 days. So I'm in this holding cell for like 3 days. Then as I'm sitting in the holding cell, I'm like, yo, this is bullshit. This is crazy. So then I had like a knock on the bars. And I look up, it's fucking Supermax. Come to find out, Supermax is a CEO in the prison system. Supermax, look, so Supermax sitting there, and as Supermax sitting there, and I look up, all you hear is, found him.
So while they was looking for you the whole damn time.
Nobody knew my name. Nobody knew my fucking government name. Oh. We can't find Scorp. Yo, nigga, why I ain't slept in 2 days? We can't find Scorp. X is stressing out. We can't find Scorp. What's his name?
We just got
handles got my name on it now. What's his name?
We just got learning experience, people. We just got learning experience. Now you know why we say no government names.
They didn't know my fucking name.
Oh my God.
So it was crazy. And all the checks was cut to aliases. So they never knew my name. So it's funny, I look up and I see my big brother. It was like, oh. This nigga said, we found him. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So I go to court. And when I go to court, the judge looked me dead in my eyes. Yo, we know it's Earl. We know it was Earl. We have footage. We have eyewitnesses saying it was Earl. You were caught behind the wheel. You say it's Earl. You walk right now. Nah, it was me. What? It was me. The judge looked at me like, you dumb ass. I'm gonna ask you again. Say it's Earl. You walk right now. It was me, Your Honor. So I spent, for those from New York that know is familiar with the term, the tombs. I spent a month in the tombs, and they only let you stay in the tombs and so long above the courthouse. So I stay a month in the tombs, and once I stay a month in the tombs, they ship you off to Rikers Island. So, Kutain, roll up. Fucking bus to Rikers Island. I'm like, I'm going to the fucking island. So we go to Rikers Island, and I get to Rikers Island. I'm like, all right, it was a traffic violation. It is what it is. No biggie at all. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just sit back and, you know, they know who I am. Roughriders know where I'm at. They know my name. You know, well, I got a mean legal team. Nigga, I'm a Rough Rider. I'm gonna get out this bitch. Come to find out, when we went on tour, we would run from the police, do burnouts, get tickets, get warrants. Not no crazy shit, just like a burnout. Right. Ticket. But we never going back to that city again. So we get a warrant because we ain't show up to court. Right. I had 30 warrants across the nation. Jesus. I'm sitting on the island and I'm writing letters. Can I run my shit concurrent? Can I run my shit concurrent? Can I run my shit concurrent? Can I run my shit? I'm getting letters back. Yeah. Go ahead. Time served. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Everything's going well. So, long story short, I was on the island for like, this is county now. I'm on the island for like a little bit over a year. And I go to court in town in Manhattan. And the judge is like, well, looks like time served. Looks like you're good to go. I'm like, all right, cool. Is there anybody here to pick up Mr. Coutain? I'm sitting there like, Hannibal Lecter got the whole. And nobody. Wow. Bailiff come over. He start taking the fucking cuffs off. I'm like, I'm walking down the aisle. Mr. Coutain? Yeah. Motherfucking New Jersey. I was wheeling on the turnpike one year and cop didn't like my stunt show. So,
jeez.
Yeah, we're here for him. In the back of the car, took me to Gloucester County, New Jersey, exit 3 off the turnpike.
I know them.
I'm like, oh my fucking God. So that was the time I lost the camel bike doing wheelies. The show, we did a show and I got caught up. The fucking clutch cable popped and I got caught up. Wow. So, so that came back to haunt me. That's why I had the silver bike, because I lost the camel bike for the same New Jersey niggas. So the New Jersey niggas got me, go to court. Fuck, man. Go to court. Yo, this shit is real. 44% by volume.
He's taking a bottle cap shot. Just letting y'all know that.
Nigga, fuck. We doing it.
Woo!
So
she got her that side face on it. Yeah.
So yeah, we get to Jersey and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So come to find out, the chase happened when I got off the turnpike and tried to dip. It's a Sunday. We was on the track on a Sunday. I dipped through a school zone. So they're trying to ding me with reckless endangerment through a school zone. I'm like, yeah, it's Sunday. Anyways, is what it is. But come to find out, fleeing in New Jersey, the movie New Jersey Drive, fleeing in New Jersey is a felony. I'm like, yo, really? Come on, man. All right. We're not going to give you the 7 years that we want to give you. You got to plea out to 364, a day short of a year in county. Damn. I'm like, yo, you just fucking serious? So I'm in there. I'm like, yo, this ain't right, man. It is what it is. So I go and I'm reviewing the tape with my lawyer and my brother-in-law sitting next to me, and the dash cam from the police. We watching the tape. Nigga, it's a wheelie, it's an endo, it's a burnout, it's a wheelie, endo, burnout, and then you see the burnout, and then the smoke stop, and you just see the bike slow down. Bike's rev limit is still high, but the bike coasted. Same shit with the fucking ATV clutch cable pop. I'm done. So he turns it off and looks at me, and my brother-in-law looked like Suge Knight. My brother-in-law looked at me, nigga, you going to jail. I'm like, what the fuck? You ain't got no hope for me or nothing.
No faith.
364 Gloucester County. I do the 364. No, I get out on bail. And then when I get out on bail, they was like, yo, and this is leading somewhere. This favorite story that I witnessed is leading somewhere. Okay. So I get out on bail, and once I get out on bail, go to Y, tell him the situation. And he's like, yo, that's crazy. All right, so you about to go in, and we need somebody to run this lifestyle joint. Here go Bam, here go Orgy, and we're going to connect you. I said, I don't know Bam, and I don't know Orgy. I know him now, but at the time, I didn't know him. Right. I said, can I put some people in that I trust? He was like, yeah. So at the time, and still to this day, I know we had our differences over the years, but at the time, Rock and Pat were my peoples out of Chicago. Okay. So I was like, yo, can you join forces with this Orgy and Bam cat? Because Bam don't even know where a kickstand is at this point. I'm about to hang a bike club over to a dude that can't ride. But come to find out, he didn't know how to ride a little bit, so forth. So he's like, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to Miami, and Miami Memorial Day weekend, and that's going to be your kickoff. That's going to be your send-off party. All right, so we get to Miami, we do the party, we do the send-offs. It's Memorial Day, there's a bunch of bikers out there, but lifestyle's already kicking, vest is popping, shit is going well, so forth and so on. So I get locked up, I go serve my time. So as I'm serving my time, I'm a Rough Rider, nigga. I'm on the cell block watching myself on TV. Where the hood, where the hood, where the... I'm a Rough Rider, nigga. That's me. Look, right there. I on my books, not a VI. One of my homegirls named Sonia, she's Butch. And she's my heart, and I love her. And she had an address in New Jersey. She would dress up in a dress. And I was like, damn, so you pulling it off. You look different with the thug clothes on, but yo, you pulling shoo.
My.
Yeah, my. She's walking in, that's my fiance. And so if I had a New Jersey address, I can get out 4 months. I just do time serve 4 months. Parole board goes to her house and her dogs are barking, and they said, we don't want to let them go there because the dogs are there. And I ended up serving the whole year. So while I'm serving the whole year, shorty that I met through Brian McKnight wrote me every day of the year. It came to the point where I got a book from day one to the day I got released. I binded our letters in a book. This day, my response. This day, my response. This day. If you read the book, you read our whole situation every fucking day, like a fucking diary. Wow. So that happens. I think Bookham got that book in Tri-City. But so I get out, and when I get out, at this time in my sentence, I'm like, yo, where you at now? Where you living? She was like, I live in Arizona. I was like, cool. X is in Arizona, Swiss is in Arizona. I got people's in Arizona. I like Arizona. So I start making motions to transfer my probation to Arizona, to move to Arizona. So I get out and I move to Arizona.
Okay.
So I'm in Arizona. I'm mad at Roughriders. I'm like, yo, you trying to tell me there's thousands of y'all niggas out there? I ain't get a kite. I ain't get a VI. I ain't get a dollar on my books. Like the COs was such, they was all over me. The COs was like, yo, hear my phone. And the only number I can remember was Y's number. At night, I'm calling Y in my cell. So Y was my only point of contact. But the fact that I got no love in there, I was feeling some kind of way about that. So I get out, move to Arizona, fuck everybody. Fuck Y, fuck Roughriders, fuck the whole world. I'm gonna just go. Shorty was the only one that held me down, and I'm gonna give my all to her. It is what it is. So I get to Arizona, and I caught word that X is recording at Salt Mine Studios, and they didn't really know who I was out here because I didn't want to put it out there that I'm Scorp. So I'm like, yo, let me just go see what's going on. So I knew the cats at Salt Mine, and I go over to Salt Mine Studios in Tempe, Arizona, and I walk in the studio, and X is in the booth. He's amping it up, and he looks over. Hey, yo, Scorp, I see you, my nigga. And he's like, I don't really know. I don't really know.
Yes.
So he gets out of the booth and fuck recording for that night. The nigga hugged me. He cried. He was like, yo, what happened? I said, I just got out the bid, dog. He's like, you did that for me, dog? I said, yeah, I did that for you. And that was like a bonding moment for me and X.
Okay.
So he said, yo, they don't really know, man. They don't really know the shit that we go through to make this R what it is. He said, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't even write that song for you, dog. That song was for me because they don't know. He said, but this is your song. This is all you. And that was verbally. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Nigga, the album dropped. Why the song open up? Hey, yo, Scorp, I see you, my nigga. God, oh, really? Be that nigga in and out of jail.
Right. Wow.
Yo, this nigga is telling the story. This nigga is telling the story.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Link out of the Jaji, out of the Y, out of the everything. His grandmother and myself are the only two that got songs dedicated to us.
Wow, that's what's up.
And that was solidified my bond with Phoenix, solidified my bond with Roughriders. So that's my favorite and most memorable story within Roughriders.
That's what's up, bro. So my next one, I don't even know how to top that one, but my next one is how has Roughriders changed since your day one leading up to now? Like right now, how has it changed like then and now?
It's a numbers game now. You got to think, when I started, it was a street team. When I started, it was a core 4 of us. And it was me, Beast, Jaji, and Wink. And yeah, we alternated with the other OGs and other people came and went, but primarily it was us 4 all the time. And it started off as a bike club. And why I started adding the elements, I fought that shit tooth and nail. Yo, we do not put a bike on a car, nigga. We do not put we don't put a vest on a car, dude. We don't put a vest on a dog cat. Like, he only got a bike. Why does he have a vest on? So it came to the point where, and to sprinkle a little something on how the Roughriders, how the lifestyles kick off. When we signed Jin at 106 in Park, Jin had that whole Fast and Furious movement and all that other stuff with the tuner cars. And Swiss always had fly whips, and D always had fly whips. Yo, this shit is kicking in. And so they always had fly shit, and those were exotics, like Ferraris, Lambos, and shit like that. So when we got Jin, the marketing campaign for Jin was tuner cars. So if you look up Jin and Roughriders, you see a lot of Fast and Furious whips in the background. And he happened to get the fucking role with Fast and Furious, which I stunt doubled in Fast and Furious as well. So
see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was all up and through Fast and Furious. So so we did that, and then after that shit kicked off, it was cool, man. It was popping. But yeah, the damn, what the fuck? I literally lost track. What was the question again?
The question was how
then and now. Then and now. Okay, back on track. My bad.
There you go.
Back
Focus.
Yo, Poe got me drifting.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that, bro.
Yo, look this shit up, y'all. Look this shit up.
I'm not touching that.
So from then and now, it was exclusively us. It was exclusively bikes. It was more about quantity versus quality. I mean, quality versus quantity. Yeah. You came in, you paid your money, and you vouched for dude next to you.
Right.
So wasn't no prospecting period, wasn't none of that shit. You vouch for the cat next to you. So if I bring you in, and you fuck up, we both go.
Ooh. That'd be a lot of people going. I never. I'm gonna say positive on that one,
but think of the quality that's coming in.
Yes.
If I bring you in, I'm putting myself on the line. So I ain't gonna bring no bullshit to the table.
Right.
I'm bringing.
I got you.
I'm bringing that nigga to the table.
Like,
so
listen,
that's
you know me.
Yeah.
You know this.
It went that way for a while, and then there was a situation where it wanted to be a money situation. It turned into numbers. Okay. At one point in time, when I was building the lifestyle site, which I didn't build the one y'all on right now, I just designed the artwork.
Okay.
God damn. When I was building the Rough Rider site, we're in a meeting, and Wow was like, "Yo, what I want them to do is go on to Rough Rider Lifestyle. I want them to pay $350. I want them to take the whole $350 up front, non-refundable. I want them to take a test, and once they pass the test, in 30 days they get a vest in the mail." I'm like, hold up. This nigga gonna show up on set after taking a little test and paying $350? Yeah, that's it. I'm like, who does anybody? Just anybody. Like, you pay $350, you're a Rough Rider. I'm like, what the? So me and Wild bumped heads a little bit on that one.
You know what? Now that you said that, I got a good question. It's not one of my questions, but it's an outcome. With this situation that we got now, how do you feel about this standard division thing? Because the way how you saying it is like how there's not really no prospecting. It was like I vouch for my brother here.
I can't say much about the standard division. You know, Fat Joe says it best. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take that and tell you yesterday. I'm slurring, nigga. Yeah. I'm gonna take this and tell you Yesterday's standard division is not today's standard division.
Okay. I definitely say that.
I can't put too much out there, but when I said they got out the truck, surveyed the block, and
yeah, I'm definitely. I got you. So
that was the standard division. I don't fuck with bikes. I don't fuck with cars. I don't do none of that shit. And it came to the point where, you know, me and X started, and X was the only artist that got real deep and gully with us in the streets. But it came to the point where we weren't meant to be seen.
Okay.
If you look at a lot of old school pictures, there's probably like 10, 15 pictures of me floating around on film and still images. That was on purpose. That was intentional. I was not supposed to be seen. These street and standard members were not supposed to be street. Not saying I was a standard member, but yeah, I'm a bike dude, but I touch standard, I touch dog, I touch workout, touched everything. So being that you're gonna get your hands a little dirty, you don't exist.
Oh.
So the standard member back then was the yo on the documentary. Y says we had to get, you know, we had to do a few things to get X out of his contract.
Right.
Yesterday's standard members handle that.
Say no more. I got you.
So yesterday's standard member is not today's standard member. So how we feel about standard members? Nigga, we all needed them. Yeah. But today it's more along the lines of everybody can get in, you know. I am not gonna lie to you. I have mixed emotions about that. I fought that tooth and nail. Like, you should not, you know. I rolled up one time, and this is no shade on New Mexico. I rolled up to New Mexico, and they had a couple grandmas vested out, talking about they in control of cooking. Like, you know, let's use division. We making fun of all of you, nigga. You got a barbecue division? The fuck is going on?
Hey, listen. I'm just the guy that makes designs. Everybody else come with the ideas of these.
Yo, I'm like, no, I'm just saying. I'm throwing the word division. I'm trying to relate to today's terminology.
Yeah.
You know, wait, nigga, you pay dues, got a vest on your back, don't know what a kickstand is. Nigga, you can't even drive a stick. You 85 years old with your grandbabies running around, some depends on, and you made the fuck out of this goddamn chicken, man. I'll tell you. It's just Hey. But the fact is, she paying money.
Right, I got you.
Yes. But it came to the point where, over the years and traveling so much, the standard division, I met some cool ass guys, man, that are very impactful in the street. They may not be the dirty 1% cats that we had back in the day, but they're pillars in their community. They donate, they do charities, or they own businesses or own clubs, or, you know, they have some kind of weight. You watching these comments, them motherfuckers is going too fast.
Yeah. I just caught on the one that's what made me laugh.
So I can't even comment. So you multi-talented. I can't do that shit. So that shit's happening, and that's how I feel about it now. I'm cool with it now. It rests easy with me now. In the beginning, I was an advocate against it. I didn't want it to happen. If you didn't ride a bike, you didn't need to be wearing a vest, period. That's how I started off. But it's called, you know, you got those ignorant cats. You can't change me. I am who I am. I do what I do. I'm gonna be what I am. Nigga, you can't change me. It's not change, my brother. It's called evolution.
Yes.
You know, and right or wrong is a matter of perspective. Some niggas wake up and get high every day. I don't smoke weed, but that don't mean I'm righter than a nigga that does. And that don't mean he's righter than me for not doing it. I got aches and pains. I'm sure some marijuana will cure my shit, but it's just not my thing. The only thing I'm doing right now is starting to slur off this post shit, but that's about it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I feel like now you're going to forget your pain after drinking some of that.
Nah, nigga. Yo, real talk, I ain't never been drunk, so this is about to be real interesting.
So my next question before we get to this, because you already toast. So, well, my next one is this one. Any advice for the next generation? We got a lot of cats out there that just got vested or probably making their first year. Or hell, even the guys that have been in for less than 5. You got any advice for them? Remember why you joined.
Seriously, remember why you joined. If you remember why you joined, it's gonna take you far. If you join to climb the ranks, rule some shit, and be an asshole, then that's gonna be your fate. You gonna climb some shit, be an asshole, and they gonna turn on you. If you join because it's family, because you love it, remember why you joined. Like I joined because I like my kickstand up. My kickstand got arthritis. It don't like being on the ground. You know what I mean? So you join because you like to ride. You join because you like dogs. You join because you love the family. You join because your man's joined. You join. Remember why you joined. So when all them politics hit you and all that shit hit you, remember why. Like, and you frustrated, remember why you joined. Another thing.
I was say, you know what's fucked up, bro? You don't remember this, but you kind of said that to me. Yeah, when I was a prospect.
Really?
Juneteenth. Wow. You said that to me.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't remember that. So, another thing is,
I told you that though. I told you that the last time I saw you when I was in Phoenix for the first time. And I told you that shit, like, dude, why it took me 9 years to see your ass between my prospect and here? And you was like, yo, did you change? Did you change? Like, nope. Nope. So we ain't missed nothing. Like,
we ain't missed nothing. Another thing is for the prospects coming up, and this doesn't apply to every state. This applies to some states. Let's break the cycle. Break the cycle. When you get that vest on and you got some prospects under you, those prospects are people. There would be no Scorpio here right now if Wing and Jaji didn't cuff me and make me little bro. They're fucking celebrities. I'm a dude that don't know how to do a burnout. There would be no Scorpio right now if Y, Albert, Keisha, Madeen, TD, Poe, if they didn't adopt me. I'm not sitting there making beats. I'm not no street nigga. So they didn't treat me any less. For those of you who met any of the celebrities, any of the artists, nobody talked down on anybody. So let's break that cycle of nigga, you can't speak unless spoken to. I am not 6 years old. And if you want that kind of structure, go join the 1%ers because that's their rules. And you want to know something? You won't fit in with the 1%ers either because they don't wear positions on their vest. So if you jockeying for a position and you want to talk down on somebody, this ain't the motherfucking place to do it. So let's delete that from the fucking prospect guidelines. Moving forward, it may be too late for the niggas that's standing here. But to my prospects that's out there right now, you never know who you're going to impact. Right. You might deter the next Scorp from being in Roughriders because you an asshole. Talk to somebody like they got respect. Talk to somebody like they grown peoples. Talk to somebody like they your equal. I went to, and this is from my prospects out here. I went to an event one time and I'm asking this Prez, yo, how do I become a Rough Rider? This nigga didn't make eye contact with me one time. Talking down, looking up, talking down. Well, you got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do that. And he's above me. I'm a short nigga, but he's above me. So behind him is Big R. Mm-hmm. And Big R is like, his face is like, this nigga don't know who he's talking to. He's talking down on me. He wasn't disrespectful to the point where we about to fight, right. But I wasn't on his level because I didn't have leather on my back. And I was like, all right, well, thank you. And I walk off. He came to the point, whatever Big R was sipping on, the nigga went,
right.
And I walk off. 20 minutes later, Scorp, I didn't know that was you, man. My bad. I said, look, here's the deal. If you would have spoken to me like a man, like a human, like somebody on your level, not knowing me, there'd be no room for apologies. And I looked at him, I said, well, take that with you. To this day, I'm not going to put his name out there. To this day, this nigga is the coolest president to all the prospects in the world. That's what's up. Lesson learned. Yes, I didn't talk down on him. I didn't degrade him. It takes evolution. So prospects, remember why you joined, and treat those that are coming in like a Scorp that don't know how to do donuts.
Ooh, you know what? And let me just put this right here. Bam. So we're about to. He already been drinking this whole damn interview, but while you see toasts and shots, I must give a big shout out to this event that's happening down in Mississippi. They are streaming my shit in the parking lot, for what I just heard, on a big ass fucking, what you call those damn screens. And North Sip, if I'm not mistaken, got P1 and P3. I hope you two are definitely watching. Scorp, you got anything to say to them, man? Because I know they just heard what you said, but you got anything to say specifically to P1 and P3?
P1 and P3, yo, can somebody let me know when these niggas is looking at the camera in the chat, or do you have a text message? Are you talking to somebody right now? I need these niggas up front and center, like right now, so I can talk to them individually. We got a chat, and we got you on text. Ain't nobody, my phone's off. If you text me right now, I'm not responding. Are they up front?
Go for it. Yes.
All right, yo, P1 and P3. Y'all just heard what I said. Remember why you joined. Break the cycles. Break the cycles, man. Whatever your reason is for joining, hold on to that besides all the politics. If there's something wrong in your chapter and you want to go in and fix it right away, relax. You just busted your ass for this vest. Get back for a year or two and just be a soldier. Put that kickstand up. Walk that dog. Or, V2. Velocity times 2. Just walk and be your standard. I don't know what your situation is right now. But I need you to remember why you joined. I need you to break this cycle. This is key. People ask me how we get it back to where it was. We never gonna have it to where it was. What we can do is we can have a little bit of the past and we can make it better and shoot that shit into the future. So P1 and you say P3, right?
Yes, sir.
P1 and P3. What I need y'all to do right now is I need y'all to turn around for me real quick. Just turn around and face the other direction. Like physically turn your body around.
And that's the cue to do this.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna pour this in. This is my new shot glass that y'all haven't seen yet. It's called Straight Out of Zero Fucks. Congratulations.
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
All
right.
Congratulations, P1 and P3. And you got anything to toast on, bro, before you take that swig?
When the ride gets rough, only the rough ride.
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
love, and chain grease.
Yes, sir.
All right, yo, what you want to do? What you want to talk about? We good? You have me for the rest of the night, so I don't know how long you want to hang out. I'm yours,
bro. So we done the real now. I ask a question that I want to ask you. I really want to ask you. Okay, so I got vested 2011, and I found out you was on Biker Boys. I was talking all this shit as a prospect about how, damn, Biker Boys was this, Biker Boys was that. And I'll remember his name. He's not Rough Rider no more, but he's still my brother. Black. He like, yo, we had a Rough Rider in Biker Boys. Like, get the fuck out of here, right? I seen your bike. The R was right there. I just never paid attention to it. He's like, yo, that's Scorpio. I was like, fuck out of here. So, my question is,
the R made it in the movie?
Yes.
You got the R or the signature?
I think it was the R, because you got to catch it. Like, the camera was going fast in the lineup, so you had to catch it. He paused it right there. He knew the number to pause it. And I was like, yo. So my question is, like, how did you get that fucking part, bro? Because like that question is like legendary and shit on.
Okay, so again, I've been doing stunts for a minute. Music videos, Blade and a whole bunch of other shit. So I've been dipping in and out of Hollywood. And then it came to a point in life, like I said earlier, where I dove into Roughriders 110%.
Yes, sir.
Ended up homeless, and I got the call from Magnum. Yo, and when they talking to you movies across the phone, they can't tell you shit unless you sign an NDA.
Okay.
So I need you to fly out. I cannot afford to fly to fucking LA right now, Mag. I can't do it. I ain't got no money. He's like, figure it out quick. So I ended up finding the money. And when I found the money, I took we had a cat, we called him Lil Wink. Dude is like nicer than Wink. I'm not gonna front. Wink is the king, he's the god. But this cat's name is Iceman. And his style, his body, the way he do blocks, it looked like somebody carbon copy Wink and put everything he do on easy autopilot. This nigga's wheeling through a parking lot on a stand-up wheelie, and he looked like he coming through on one of them little skateboards, just like just smooth. Everything you do was swag. Wow. So he worked at JFK and ain't never been on a plane. I said, nigga, we paying for your flight. You coming to me to LA. He's like, what? So we get over to LA, and once we touch, I meet the stunt coordinator. And the stunt coordinator name was William Washington, Billy Badass. Him and his wife were stunt members. He's still active to this day as a stunt coordinator and a stunt man himself. Okay. So he was a Rough Rider. So when that happened, the stunt coordinator, not Billy, the one above him, took us to a parking lot. Mag gave us the ZX9, and Iceman went out there and fucking killed it. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Iceman, if I'm a 10, Iceman's a 50.
Ooh, damn.
So Iceman goes out there and kills it. And for the old school cats out there, Mag had this ZX9 with flat sliders on it. So what happens is when you open up the car, when you hit the throttles and your carbs go like this, you know, that's time for your carbs to go like this. The nigga the flaps just went, they disappeared. So it was a situation. So the bike was a beast. So he goes out there and kills it. He hated Cowie's. Cowie's the stunt bike now, but back then Cowie's was too front heavy. So he killed the audition to the point where he did a on the tank high chair where you put your feet over the bars. And when he landed, he slipped and fell. And Mag's like, because the bike was pretty as shit. So Mag was just like, and the stunt coordinator looked at me and said, "Can you ride like that?" Which I couldn't, but I was like, "Yeah, I can ride like that."
Like that, with a straight face.
Ride like that. So and come to find out, because I had skills, I do 12s, endos, wheelies, burnouts, all that shit. But I wasn't, and still am not as nice as Ice. So Ice is a fucking beast. So we get on set, and first day on set, it's like, all right, you're gonna be a bum. I'm a fucking bum. What you mean I'm gonna be a fucking bum? You're gonna be a bum. So I had long hair at the time. So they take my braids out, make my hair all nappy, tattered make my clothes look all tattered up and all that crazy shit. And you go meet, we're gonna have you drag race this Mustang with these dreadlock dudes. I'm like, all right, whatever. So that's that one facial shot I got in the whole goddamn movie. So I'm doing that, and that's the first day I met Derek Luke. That was the first day of me shooting on set. Right. And there's a funny story that goes with Biker Boys. Meg, if you watching this, love, I'm about to tell the story how we met. So I'm on set a couple days later, and they're filming the bikini bike wash. So I'm sitting, the scene where they all come out, wash the bikes and all that stuff. Yes, so I'm sitting in this chair. You know how the directors have the chair, the actors have their chairs, this and that and the other. And my wife would tell you first and foremost, I was a cocky motherfucker back then. She did not like me when she met me. So
always start that way.
Yeah, so it was that. So I'm sitting there, and Shorty runs out with the bikini on, and I'm thinking it's an extra. You know, she out there doing a thing, and you talking about a cat that been on how many tours and seen how many groupies, this, that, and I was like, she kind of cute, you know, here's what it is. Right. So she rolls up on me, she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, why she come up to me like out of everybody? But you know, my shit don't stink, so I'm, what up, Shorty? How you feeling? What's your name? Scorpio from Roughriders. She mocked me. Scorpio. I was like, I'm like, who the fuck is? She said, you want some jungle plum? I'm like, jungle plum? So what the fuck is jungle plum? Catering had, Meg, I'm sorry if I called the fruit wrong. It was either a mango or watermelon or pineapple or some shit. So Meg, just correct me if I'm wrong, but she asked me if I want some jungle plum.
Mm-hmm.
My mind went other places, but she really had a fruit in her hand.
Okay.
So that was that. So I said, yeah, I'll take some jungle plums. So we sit there and we eat whatever that fruit was. And that's my sis, man. And that's how I met Megan Good. Come to find out later on in filming and all that other stuff, when I got up from the chair after talking all this shit to the fucking, what I thought was an extra, I get up out the chair. On the back of the chair, it says Good.
You was in her seat.
I was in her seat.
Oh shit! So that's why she ran up to you. They run up to you like you was Scorpio from Roughriders. You was in her damn seat
from Roughriders. She like Scorpio from
Roughriders. Yeah. Oh, he just don't know.
Yeah, she don't know who I am.
Right.
Stop, drop. You know what it is.
Like,
Little did I know.
Hell, I am.
Little did I know her check was bigger than mine.
Hey,
it still is.
I like shit. Oh, that's wait a minute.
Yeah, that was
Is that bottle gone?
Almost.
Jesus Christ, this is a good episode. This episode got legendary. He fills the whole bottle in this episode.
So yeah, that was Biker Boys, man. And out of all the movies that I filmed, it hit home because of the cast. Derek Luke didn't know how to ride a bike at all. A lot of his stuff was done on trolleys, flatbeds. He would pull up here and there. We finally got him in first gear to pull up to a scene. And if you look at the scenes real close, he mad shaky. You know what a shaky new rider look like. He mad shaky. So that was that. And eventually after the movie, he ended up getting a motorcycle and doing all this other stuff. But Kid Rock, man. Went to Kid Rock's crib. Then he got Starbucks in his basement and a dirt bike track in his backyard. Fishburne. I've worked with Fishburne before, and when I first met Fishburne, he was like, "Yo, my friends call me Fish." You know, Tyson Beckford. You already know how that story goes. That's my heart right there. That's my boy. He was on the film.
I didn't know he was a Rough Rider until years later after I got vested. Like he came to
Yo, we got so many Rough Riders on the cut.
Man.
So here, go back to the prospect and shit. Can you imagine talking down to Tyson Beckford right now?
No,
or any celebrity.
How about this?
Drake want to be a Rough Rider. He want to put a vest on. You gonna talk that shit to Jay-Z, the billionaire?
Oh, hell no. I probably just signed his shirt. I want to ask him no questions. Here we get vested, motherfucker. Shit.
Right. So you got that's the kind of shit you gotta do. But yeah, the cast on Biker Boys was, and I remember before my homegirl Sonya stepped up to the plate, Derek Luke was from Jersey. So when I got locked up and I'm sitting there in Gloucester County trying to find an address to get out in 4 months, I called his wife Sophia. I called the crib. And I'm like, yo, she accepted my collect call on her. I said, yo, I need a New Jersey address. And she's like, let me talk to Derek. And he's away right now, but let me talk to him. We'll see what the deal is. And the next weekend I called back and respectively, she said no. She's like, yo, his career started to take off after Biker Boys. And we really don't want that kind of heat around. So any situation, if it could have been kept on any kind of a lower, scale, then yes. But right at this moment, we can't do it. And she was respected. It was to a point where those two right there, like Derek and his wife, man, just like love. Brandon Fair, that's my man. We both Scorpios. Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day every year.
Right.
Rick, I remember taking Rick to Rough Riders in LA and like trying to get Rick with the music. Primo off of Biker Boys.
Right.
Cholole Dumble Primo. Primo is that nigga got bars. Like he can rap for real.
Oh.
Like a musician rap.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So Primo, the bonds and the relationships that were formed, you know, I'm sitting there at campfire and you got Lucius over there playing guitar and singing. You got Kid Rock, and then you got Pam Anderson, and then Tommy Lee kids run out talking about, Scorp, can you sign my helmet? I'm like, nigga, can I get your signature? Like it's crazy. So it's just the vibe, the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
It was another experience, my man. It was beautiful.
That's
You know,
that movie is. I think it got more legendary after.
it's a classic, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
it got. I
classic, and a
mean,
lot of things a lot of people don't know too is there's a paint shop out of L.A. called Color Zone. I don't know if they're still around, but they were around heavy back then. The Roughrider shop that we had in Reseda, in partnership with Color Zone, built all the bikes for Biker Boys.
Oh,
we built those bikes. We built about 4 of each, 4 smokes, 4 of kids, 4 of primos, and 4 of stuntmen. We built those bikes. We at one point in time, the Ducati was real hard to do 12 o'clocks and Willys on and shit. We outfitted a Shrad with Ducati fairings, and how the Ducati has the yellow rim. We painted the swing arm yellow, so when it go by, it looked like a single-sided swing arm. Okay. Because Ducatis back then were like 30, 40 grand. You're not trying to, you know what I mean? So that was the dummy bike. So movie magic. You know, so it was that movie was out of all the movies, man. I mean, I get royalty checks to this day. They're not banking, but I get tickled every time I see a Biker Boys.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you how legendary that movie is. You can't find a DVD. You gotta go to Amazon.
Really?
You gotta go to Amazon to buy the
get
DVD.
The shit used.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out right now. That's my sister in Jersey. Squeaks loved the hell out that movie, but when she moved, of course, someone stole it. So So she was looking all over for it. We went to all the FYEs, all this stuff. Remember, this is when you could go to any like Suncoast. I'm showing my age now. Suncoast, all that stuff to go get DVDs. Walmart couldn't find it.
Right.
She went on eBay and found it.
Wow.
Got a copy. Brought it to the clubhouse. We had a meeting. She said, "I want to watch a movie. Don't go home." I like, what movie she gonna watch? Like, what the fuck? I want to go home. She put Biker Boys. No one left that shit. We was drinking. That's when I found out your ass was part of Biker Boys. This nigga go pause it right on the dot. That's him right there.
And here's a funny thing. And this is the most shade. And I'm not even gonna shade. I'm gonna just cast a little shadow. The most shade I'm gonna throw in this call is this was a period of time where Wink was clashing with Roughriders, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. And they went to Wink and say, "Yo, we need everybody's name for the credits." So my brother, my name is not in the credits of Biker Boys.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm not in the credits. I'm on. Yeah, I'm uncredited.
Well, you're not on the credits, but we know you on that motherfucker though. So
allegedly, no, I am. But long story short. You know, and so I'm not on the credits. You can comb the credits. You can pause it every 2 seconds, every scroll. Edward Coutain is not in the credits of Biker Boys, but out of all the stuntmen, and I'm the one that negotiated Iceman and I contract. Out of all of the stuntmen, Iceman and I are the only ones that have royalties in the movie.
Well, if you go at the end of the movie though, the post. Like when the credits go down, they show the stunts of who Ryan who. So you probably, I think, someone.
Yo, I didn't know that.
Someone go back there. Correct.
No, legit. I didn't know that.
I think we see Scorp on the credits, not on the credits like his name, but we see on the video credits.
I didn't even know there was post credits.
Yeah, it's not post, but it's like showing the behind the scenes of how they do all the
rides. I
didn't
know that though.
Oh,
yo! Another crazy thing about Biker Boys, the film, the dude that was filming, was on rollerblades with a Steadicam strapped to his chest. The opening scene of Biker Boys is one shot. So this nigga says, yo, I need you to roll the endo to me. And as you roll in the endo to me, I'm going to put my hand, he has his hand on my headlight and he's skating backwards with the camera.
Oh,
so
shit.
how long can you hold that thing on one point? I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds. That's all I need. So I come up and I'm rolling the endo and I point the brake. That's why you see me flipping over on endos, because we literally sit on the balance point on the front tire. Right. So I point the brake and I'm posted up. This nigga, his feet went like this. And for all my skate division people out there, his feet went like this. And he did some circle around and went under the bike as I'm posted up on one wheel on the front.
Oh, shit.
And the way so if you look at the opening scene, you'll see where he goes under the bike and his headers. He legit went under the bike.
This is before computers and
computers. He did that whole movie on rollerblades.
Oh God, I'm learning more about this damn movie.
The whole opening scene is one shot. Ain't no trolleys, no cameras, no. I think that's the scene with either the R or the Signature or something like that. But it's the opening scene is one shot. He was legit on the rollerblades. We cutting through the canyons. We doing 30, 40 miles through the canyons. He in the pack with the camera.
And his rollerblades.
And he not just skating, he holding on the back seats.
Damn.
He's spinning around backwards, putting his head on the headlight.
Damn.
He's filming.
That's some old school shit right there. They put he better have got some damn insurance and paid and shit. Like,
yo, my man, I forget his name. He was a beast, man. And then he ended up doing Idris Elba and all that other stuff, man. Shout out to my man JT Hope. Look him up, Google him. He's black stunt man. He, you know,
yes, sir.
He's doing movies with that same rollerblade nigga right now. So it's crazy. He's a full-time stuntman for Idris Elba.
Oh, okay.
So you see Idris Elba doing anything, it's JT Hope.
Thank you, because that motherfucker, I don't know what movie that is with him, that lion. I think it's called Beast. I know your ass ain't fighting no fucking lion. Fuck out of here. You was just doing a commercial while limboing under fire.
I remember the first time they tried to they convinced me to set myself on fire, and I set myself on fire. The movie was it was How High, and dude smoking on the couch, and he caught on fire and fell through the window. That was they was like, "Do you know how to do fire stunts?" Yes, nigga, I lied. Yes, I know how to do fire stunts. Light him up.
Now you talking about my kind of movie. Oh, yo, he done that fucking bottle. He's done. This episode is epic now. It's done. This episode is epic. But hey, Scorp, I'm gonna let you go, bro. I truly appreciate this. 100. Thanks for the knowledge. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for
how much time we got left?
Oh, we at 129. We got an hour and a half right now. We did a whole hour and a half, bro.
We had an hour and a half?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do something real quick. Can I borrow 15 more minutes of your time?
Carry on, bro. Go ahead.
So, Infamous.
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me your journey in the Roughriders?
Oh, he flipped the episode on me. Okay, so one, of course, I was a fan of music. I was in high school. I was dressing like X and all that shit. You see the bandana still wearing it like X. But when I really got to like Roughriders was when we do Mother's Day blessing in Jersey, in Newark and Irving. We do Mother's Day blessing. Everybody had their local club, blah blah. Cool, but when Roughriders come through, bro, I mean, this Roughriders was deep, and the wave went out the way, and I was like, I gotta see what's up with them, because I'm with the music and all, but I gotta see what's up with them. So, this is right before Myrtle. This is right before Myrtle Beach. This dude came. He burned out. Me and my brothers looking. I mean, when I say he burned out, dude, I see people, then I don't see them no more. And I was like, Me and my brothers look at each other like, we're going to Myrtle Beach. We're going to Myrtle Beach. we went with another club, though, because my cousin, he's with another club, local club. So I was like, yo, when they come down, we got to find out where they at. He found out where he was at. We went to the parking lot. I was like, fuck, I'm sorry. Tell cuz we ain't doing it. We going here. He found information. Now, my younger brother's a little sneaky motherfucker because he prospected first. So he get vested before me so he can tell me what to do. He tried to be sneaky.
I love this. I love it already.
So we both of us got prospected in Passaic County, New Jersey. Dad was our president. He was also the state rep at the time. And we was under Sugar. I don't know if you know Sugar, but Sugar.
Nah, I don't.
Sugar was very knowledgeable. I mean, at the time, I think prospect managers at that time was very serious about their jobs. Like, if they don't feel you, they're gonna make your ass wait for fucking either 200 to 300. Hell, if you do 400 and you you really love this shit. So, but me and my little bro was busting our ass. We went to every event, every bike night. We went to.
What year was this?
2011.
Okay. And
we went to everything. Juneteenth. We went to Myrtle Beach as fucking prospects. And
did we meet in Myrtle? That's where they did. That's where they did the That's where they did. Was X shooting the video?
No, Mook.
Mook?
Yeah, Mook.
Okay, I was in the cut that year. Yeah, I was there, but I was blending in.
Yeah, he was shooting. And and we were just standing there like this. Like, ain't this a bitch? The video right there. We just standing there. Like,
so you would have got lost in the sea anyways.
I had to do one of these numbers. I'm in there somewhere. You're gonna see my head somewhere. I'm lying my ass off.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And then like I said, I did all of my requirements, all that stuff. So they vested him a little early, of course. But I got the next week. He didn't know I was gonna get the very next week. So he thought he was gonna have me for a long time. Got vested in August 2011, and I never looked back, bro. I was like, yo, I'm in this bitch now. And I got, like you said, and I took your words when about treating people like, yo, don't change. Remember why you joined. And when it comes to prospects, yo, I teach, and also I'm learning, like, because I'm learning different markets. So I told him, like, yo, we all prospects forever in this bitch, because you be in here for 10 years and still learn something new. Like,
yeah, man, yo, I'm learning stuff in your group, man.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is crazy.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Man. Mims is a fucking oracle. That nigga. Yo, I don't know what's up.
How about this?
Did I run out? I remember Mims, bro.
How
Take
about
a swig for Mims.
He's next to the line. He's on the next episode.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I'm going to surprise him with a little.
So let me ask you this though: when was the first time like you seen? Because I think you mentioned the dude doing the burnouts and all that, but whether it be music, video, bikes, whatever, what was your very first introduction? Like when was the first time you seen the art? Was it the anthem? It's the anthem for everybody. But
yeah, but I'm going to up the ante on this. Okay. I went to the Hard Knock Life tour.
Oh, really?
And I brought the hockey jersey.
Really?
The black and silver. I still got it to this day. I just put my name on it this time. So I went there. This was my first concert. It was in Maxwell Garden. And I went there. That's when X I think he threw his shirt. And he said, better not be no nigga grab that shirt. I was laughing my ass off. And Jay-Z came out, all that shit. They did Money Cash Hoes. I was like, yo, this is it right here. So that's what I really fell in love with, because it was just like I was just a DMX fan, because it's the only person I knew. Then Locks came in, then Eve, Drag On, all that stuff. But once I got to Chicago, I'm a former Navy, so our boot camp is in Illinois. Well, I used to go to Chicago, and y'all had a vested member there. It was a vested member. I know it was a chapter, but I know it was a vested member because he always ride with that damn not the vest though. He had the vest, he had the shirt.
Okay.
The old black shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if he got a shirt. I don't know. Blah blah. Like I said, then after that, I got more into it. I missed out because I was in the Navy. But when I got out and I was in the MC community all the time, me and my brother, and we saw y'all.
Yeah,
I said, this is my time right here, bro.
We was a problem back then. Man, yeah, so you answered a lot of my questions, like your influencers, but who is like your biggest mentor? Like,
shit. I got a lot of mentors, bro.
I know you can't pick one and you won't get nobody mad. But okay, so if you can't give me a person, give me something that somebody said to you outside of remember why you joined, yada yada. What is something that like somebody like, yo, that's that's my sis, that's my bro, like that. What you just said or did for me impacted the shit out of me.
Two people come to mind.
Okay.
One is Daylight. He's also in Jersey. He's in Essex County now. He's one of those prospects I said that used to take their job seriously. Very serious. But every time he see me, he like, yo, you one of the last of the hard knock prospects, which if everybody want to know what I'm talking about is right now is zero tolerance. Like they can't really like make you do push-ups and make you fucking work out how you want to. Like you missed that question. Drop down, give me 20. I was a strong prospect, people. I just saying y'all. Now y'all know that. But Daylight used to like I will say when I got vested, that's when he really got into me. He gave me more knowledge than he ever gave me as a prospect. And and my brother Syph. Okay. Syph is with Staten Island. He's the VP. I was with that chapter for a while, and I live by this. We call ourselves warriors.
Nice.
But in the warrior name, we got 3 R's. And the R's stand for real, recognize real.
Wow.
So hey, shout out to Beauty because I know if she see this, she'll come. She's like, I made that up. That's my thing.
I got a similar acronym with some of my mans. It's like we NFL. Y'all play football? Nah, nigga, we niggas for life.
Exactly.
We NFL,
exactly.
So,
exactly. I still say that to my damn self. Like,
man. So what you riding now? What you got?
Oh,
you got bikes, dogs. You got Chihuahua.
I do got a dog downstairs to get on my damn nerves. I'm up here. He mad. I'm up here. So it's a lab mixed with a blue healer. So, but he looked more pit than ever. So I was like, yo, you got
a lab mixed with a blue healer that look pit.
Yeah, he was like everybody thinks he's a pit. And when I tell him he's not a pit, like, yo,
you got a purebred what the fuck?
Right, a mutt. You got fuck that. Let's just keep it
so check it. Let's clear some smoke real quick. Let's talk Black Car.
Whoa.
Let's talk Black Car.
We ain't into this show.
Let's talk Black Car for a minute.
Let's talk Black Car.
So when I came out, when I got out, and I finally, like I said, I was legit mad at why. Like I wasn't talking to him. I was in Phoenix. We wasn't having nothing. So I went to New York one time. TD was like, yo, come to the studio. I'm like, all right, I got you. So, and I'm hiding on purpose, and I'm really good at hiding. Okay. I don't want you to find me. You ain't finding me. For about a year and a half, the only person that knew where I was Rough, not an ATL. The only person on the planet outside of my wife. She was the only one that knew where I was. And she knew I was in Arizona. Okay. X knew I was here a little bit. Swiss knew I was here a little bit. But out of Roughriders lifestyle, she was the only one. And then I, of course, connected with TD and then got back with Y. Okay. So it was a setup. I'm in Yonkers. She's like, yo, come to the studio. So I'm in the studio. I'm in one of the rooms. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you done.
I'm in the studio. And I'm in one of the rooms in the studio. And I can't remember how much time went by. But Y walks in. Y walks in and he's like, yo, we had no words. There was no words. He just looked at me and he just hugged me. And we might have shed a tear or two. Okay. And said we loved each other. And then we sat back and we just chopped it up. Okay. So that was that. And I fly back to Arizona, and and I just went into full dad husband mode, and I just like fuck the world. So I really wanted to try to fuck with lifestyles, so just never left, but just not with it.
Just had to take a little break.
Yeah, just not always going to events, on the low, sneaking in. I'm at this one event, and I'm in Myrtle, and we're in a booth in Myrtle, and we had like the white T-Rex looking thing. And we had some this one we was doing the Rough Rider rims and the wheels and all this other shit. We was doing shit like that. So I'm in the booth, and I'm in the booth for a good 3-4 hours. Why's in the booth? I ain't seen Why in a year, but I'm standing behind Why. So Rough One walks by. And Rough One walks by and does the whole, yo! You know who this is? If it wasn't for this nigga right here, you won't even have a vest. You know who this is? Everybody looking at her like she crazy. Yo! Why turn around and why did the... I'm like, I'm blending in. I'm sitting in there, I'm not to be seen.
Right.
So it got so hyped. Why I was like, put a vest on him. Put a vest on him. And back then we had the little bulletproof vest, so we put the vest on him. Right. So that went down. And then Why and I bonded again that weekend. So as we're bonding again that weekend, I look around and I'm like, yo, what's up with this urban camo shit? He's like, yo, we did that off your bike as a homage for all you did, so that's our uniform now. I was like, who came up with that idea? He's like, nigga, I don't know, I forgot. So I wish I can find out, and don't y'all niggas jump up talking about I did it, because I know the people that was in play at that point in time. The BAMs, the Orgy, the Rock, the Pap, and they had a whole lot of other people that weren't that popular in the circle. So don't come up to me. I'm the one that suggested we do Scorp's bike. It might have even been Why.
Right.
I don't know who came up with it. And Why was like, everybody got to move like a soldier, so you can't point out the generals. You know what I mean? So I'm looking out. We on the balcony in Myrtle. We looking down. It was either the Mook video or something else, but it was like a sea of Rough Riders. And it's just like that Mook photo. All you see is urban camo, black and silver. That's it.
I'm gonna ask you this: was they wearing black t-shirts or white t-shirts?
I can't remember.
If it was white t-shirt, that's definitely Mook's, and that means it was in Myrtle Beach. You told me that shit.
No, but so it was it was low key. So we doing this, and I still went into the cut. I went into the cut, still doing dad mode, still trying to get my shit together. And then I look back and I say, yo, man, I told my wife that I think I'm gonna get back in this Rough Rider shit. She's like, all right, you know how it is. Don't go to jail. So I get back in the Rough Riders. Yeah, basically. I get back in the Rough Riders, and I told Why, I said, yo, man, what's your situation? What's your structure right now? Well, we got regionals, we got this, we got that, we got the other. I said, how about we start a global board? He's like, what do you mean a global board? I was like, yo, we got cats right now. It's to the point we got cats in UK and London and France. And I think at the time, Dubai was trying to kick off. Asia was trying to kick off. Australia was kicking off. Nice. I don't even know if Australia is still a thing, but we started to break boundaries and get out of the US. And, we on Rough Rider Worldwide and Rough Riders around the world. The person that coined that phrase is Bruiser. Because Bruiser was on some old, yo, you want to be citywide or you want to be worldwide or you want to be nationwide or you want to be worldwide. He coined that whole worldwide shit. And I used to say we are the second largest motorcycle movement on the planet. They'd be like, who's the first? I'd be like, police. Now we are the largest motorcycle movement on the planet. I ain't got no numbers for y'all. We bigger than the police. So we outnumber them. So the thing is there was a situation when I was locked up. Again, it was about the money. if you didn't get along with somebody, you were able to open up a chapter 15 minutes down the block.
Wow.
So, but you didn't want to look like the cat that you didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is, I just left 25th Street Roughriders. I live on 30th, so my vest gonna say 30th Street Roughriders.
Mm.
So then the next nigga up the ante. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna put President of 35th on mine. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna put Scorpio on the back of my shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put original Scorpio on the back of my shit. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna get my shit painted red. I'm gonna come in red, nigga, red, because I match my bike. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna put Chuck E. Cheese on the back of my car. Oh yeah, well my favorite team is San Francisco red and gold. I'm gonna put San Francisco red and gold, and it just became like wow.
So this is how we got custom vests.
Yo, I'm like, yo. I walk up to a cat, yo, your favorite team is San Francisco. Your name is Chuck. You from Detroit. You like cars. Your dog is a Chihuahua, and your son's 10 years old. Oh, you know me. Not all that shit is on your vest. From a mile away, all that shit is on your vest. To the point, I sat back from looking at like that Mook video picture and looking at a coiled snake not being able to find a head to it looked like a flock of peacocks that ran through some paint. It was a show. Everything was a show. So I said, you know what? When I did get out, I didn't have anything. Okay. You know, my girl at the time, my wife now, she was rocking 2-3 jobs to float us. My royalty checks, I wasn't getting no royalty checks. I'll talk about that shit in a little bit, but I wasn't getting no royalty checks, the dress changes and all that other shit. So when that shit happened, I said, you know what? I kept in touch with Jaji. I kept in touch with Bruiser, kept in touch with Buggy out of Houston and his wife, and you know, Pap, and I kept in touch with a few people. And then my son was born. Okay. And when my son was born, I get a package from Magnum's wife. I open up the package. It's all Magnum's son's used clothes. Good shit. Oh. I get a package from Jaji. A shit ton of diapers, clothes, formula. I got a shit ton. I get similar packages from like real cats that didn't really care too much for the pizzazz and the look who I am and I'm this and I'm that. There was a situation where you run from the police and you see the R on your back. So you look at the dash cam footage, you see a big ass white R, Scorpio written across the back. Who was running from you? Scorpio from Roughriders.
Right.
And there was that. So there was a couple of elements that kicked off that whole black art situation. Black is my favorite color. I'm gonna tell y'all that right. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me walk for a minute.
We're getting a detour.
Let me walk for a minute. Let me see. Nigga, that's the closet.
Ooh.
It's all I fucking wear is black. So black is my favorite color. So the thing about it is, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, everybody trying to outshine each other. Like, we can't be one. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, if you want to know my name, step to me, talk to me. We can have a conversation and you can know my name. When I run from these police, they ain't gonna know who I am. Because all my shit's blacked out. So, and back then, yesterday's standing member, we were meant not to be seen. Shadows, covert.
Yeah.
I don't want to be flashy. You know, and this is no disrespect to anybody that got Gucci and their favorite cartoon character and Fruit Loops on their vest and all that. This is where I had to personally evolve and tell myself, right or wrong is a matter of perspective. Everybody expresses itself in certain ways.
Okay.
You want to express yourself with a high yellow vest that match your bike and fucking Tweety Bird on the back? Not me. So Black R was, I'm going black on black. My vehicles are black on black. Anybody's been to my house, my bikes are black on black. Everything's black on black. So it was, one, is just my favorite color. Two, because of my the chip on my shoulder to Roughriders at the time, I didn't want to be a rolling billboard. So I refused to advertise.
Gotcha.
But I still love the R. So I still got relationships with Y. Still got relationships with everybody. Still in touch with, I'm still cool. Still Roughriders. Never ever left. Don't get that twisted. I'm gonna touch on that too. Never left. Never left Roughriders. So I even got a check or proposal for a check to rock some other, I'm not gonna say the club. This is gonna give me 6 figures a year plus membership cut to rock they vests. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna sit here and rock this R for free, for love.
Yes, sir.
So, so there was the aspect of being too flashy. Didn't want to do it. Black's my favorite color. Didn't want to do it. And just wanted to fade. Just wanted to be unknown. Still want to be unknown. There's so much, and I appreciate everybody that sends me gifts. I really do. I got keychains, I got shirts, I got jackets, I got all kind of shit. But if you send me a gift with my name on it, it'll never touch my back. I appreciate you. It is in the closet, blending in with all that black shit. But it will never touch my back. If you send me something that's too flashy, it'll never touch my back.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it was that. And then after the whole mag and the EZ and these niggas start showing me love, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna black these niggas out. So what I started doing was I started signing the inside of vests, blacked out vests, and I started sending it to people.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know, I think I did 10 of them. So, you know, I'm gonna throw a few names out there. No, I'm not gonna throw no names out there. It's 10, there was 10 original black R's. You know, yes, I'm gonna throw a couple names. The Jaji, the Mag, you know, the Bruisers, the EZs, the Roughs, you know, that were real close to my heart. Black R's.
Yeah.
So of course, as you know, in Rough Rider history, there's been some rebellion. And I'm to the street. I love the street. So when they come to me like, Scorp, they this, that, and the other, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? You gonna rebel? I'm like, nah, nigga, just black out.
Oh.
My definition of black out was the definition I just gave you. Fade out. Don't worry about no position. Don't worry about no name. Just black your shit out. Love your brothers. Put your kickstand up and go. When I said, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? We gonna black out. Yeah, we gonna black out. Fuck them. No, that's not what I meant. Y'all took this shit all wrong.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That's what I meant by black out. We had about maybe 3 or 4 uprisings since then. And those uprisings always fall back to what they wearing when they uprise. Black out. Because Scorp said black out.
Right.
No. It's not what I meant by black out. Yourself to the humblest of the humblest. Chill, relax, and just be.
Right.
Don't be rebellious. Don't be an asshole. Don't be, I'm better than you because my name and my whole bio and my DNA and blood sample and the sperm samples on my vest. Pause. Black the fuck out. Just chill. Relax.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say this. A couple years ago, I always wanted to ask. I asked that question. I think you, I think Mims, I think somebody else answered the question because I always wanted to know, like, yo, what was the whole purpose of the damn black R situation? Because again, I always wanted a black R. Couldn't get it because of the situation. I was like, yo, this is some bullshit. So finally,
rebellious.
Right.
There was a point in time, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if it was in your 10 year, but there's a situation where on the website and from corporate, you can buy a colored R. Remember those?
Yes.
Keisha. Wise X, Keisha Gibbs. She calls me up. She knows Black R. She got a fucking Black R.
Mm-hmm.
Why I got a Black R? So she calls me up and she's like, yo, I wanted to check with you. I want to holler at you real quick. How do you feel about I'm selling these vests? I mean these patches. Everybody's talking about this Black R shit. She said, I know you have it reserved for people close to your heart, but I said, go ahead, make them. She said, what do you mean? I said, what better way to hide that but in plain sight? When I'm at these annuals, I don't hide in the corner, stay in my car. Nigga, I'm walking around. I'm hiding in plain sight. Y'all know my face now, but there's situations I walk through an annual. I'm doing push-ups, cleaning rims, making cigarette runs and shit, doing push-ups.
That was funny. That was
fucking
funny.
1,000 from Phoenix had me doing push-ups 3 weeks ago. Post-op with the shoulders. I'm like, yo, I'm doing the push-up. This sound like Rice Krispies and then clack, 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 clack. But
I'm gonna get
that. Nah, because it was hot. It was hot. I took my vest off. It slipped off and hit the ground. And he did not hesitate. 10 push-ups, nigga.
That's it. That's how I was in Phoenix when Solo dropped some liquor.
I'm push-up number 5. This nigga said, "Oh shit, you just had surgery. I'll do it for you." I'm like, "Nah, nigga, I'm already in. I got it." So it is what it is. But the whole reason for the Black R, it's and this may sound very cocky, very self-centered, and this is I hate talking about myself like this, but it's the essence of me. It's the essence of how I roll. It's the essence of not being that celeb, not being that when y'all in there partying at these annuals, you in the club and y'all up there bumping and grinding on each other. I'm in the parking lot chilling with the prospects. Legit. Talking about shit. What's your name? P1. I don't give a fuck about P1. What is your name? Who are you? What do you do for a living?
Yes.
Am I allowed to say that? Stop with the allowed shit. I'm having a conversation with a grown-ass person. Mm-hmm. How many kids you got? Don't put me in no Ritz-Carlton. I want to sleep on your couch. I want your kids hitting me with spitballs in the morning when I wake up. Yeah. That just keep it humble, keep it real. I went to Vegas one time. Book 'em. Tri-City Roughriders. It was Vegas or I forget where it was. Went to Vegas one time, and my wife and I and the kids, we in a suite. But the niggas next door making mad noise. I'm like, there's like 10 of them niggas next door. They real loud. Mm. Find out the chapter put in money to get 2 suites with joining doors. Heard I was coming in town. Gave me and my wife and my family 1 suite, and the entire chapter stayed in another suite. When I found this out, I was like, yo, man, here you go. Listen, open the door. We gonna have a slumber party. I am not Prince Hakeem. We are all, my kids gonna sleep on top of your kids. Everybody gonna fart in everybody's mouth, and we gonna make this shit rock out. We are family. Don't spread no flowers in my way when I walk. No, it's not happening. Not happening. So that was the whole kickoff, and that was the essence behind the Black R, man. The Black R was meant not to be seen. The Black R was meant to be as humble as you are. The Black R is not to position job. It's not to do any of that stuff. Even when I formed the national board, I don't know if anybody knows that, but I formed the national board. And when I formed the national board, I handpicked the national board. And as I handpicked the national board, the actual national board turned on me and kicked me out. We had a militant individual in the national board, and he was really strict on militarizing. And this is no disrespect to my soldiers, man, but he was really strict on militarizing the R. Instead of opening a meeting with "How y'all doing today?" This, that, and the other, he used to open his meetings with "There'll be no sniveling, no crying, no bitching, no." And that's why I started reading. Somebody sent me this whole bylaws and prospect package and all that the other day. I started reading the package, and the package was the delivery, the tone of the package was the way we speak to our prospects. I don't speak to them like that, but I say we because I'm part of y'all. The tone was, well, if you don't want to be here, then don't be here. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the tone of the package.
Wow.
And I only made it like 2 pages in. I'm like, what's the rest gonna sound like? So so the thing is that was the whole essence behind the Black Heart, you know, and it came to the point where it was so hard. They want a position so hard. Now you know who I am. You just spent 2 hours with me. You know exactly who I am, and I hate putting myself on pedestals. But they're like, you need a position. I'm like, no, I don't. What's your position? Scorpio. You need a position. No, you need a title. Scorpio. What are you doing here right now? Well, you know, started with the Stunt Team, but right now, presently, I'm doing the artwork for the website. National web designer. What?
They just made up one for you. Like, so you answer correctly, they made up one for you.
Yeah, and like I said, hate to put myself on rank, but nigga, from homelessness to comas to jail time to, and I'm the national web designer? Yo, that shit broke my fucking heart, man. I respect Pioneer. You know, I respect. I'm not a founder because I'm one of the founders, one of the pioneers. Like I said, this shit ain't mine. This shit belonged to Joaquin D. But to put so much of yourself into something, and so, somebody to, you know, to put you at the bottom of the totem pole with a title, shit was crazy. You know what I mean? So okay, and the next shit was what was the other one? What are the bolts in the army? Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. The bolts in the R mean nothing. The R was built in layers for the artwork for volume 1 and volume 2, and graphic designer to graphic designer. The bolts were literally meant to make it look like it had layers because there are 2 R's in the R. Roughriders, the back plate and the front plate, and in the front plate there's 2 R's in the actual tribal, you know, situation.
Right.
And it was meant to be put together because eventually what we wanted to do was we wanted to cut the back plate, cut out the front plate, put mesh on the front plate and bolt it together in real life, like hang it somewhere.
Right.
Make it look, you know, that's it. It has no other meaning.
So
what are the points in the army? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was like, so this because I just got asked that question, and I had to go back because someone said they did ask that question on the page. I was like, I you know what, you put me on the spot here. I don't know. I never
we don't know
that question.
There's no answer. So what are the points on the R mean? The points on the R, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
So the original R, we all know it was not an R, it was dog head with the guns. That didn't fly. So some other cat invented the R, which is not me. I think I posted on somewhere, and the R is real curvy. It almost looks like a B. So, you know, I didn't like that. So there's no specific reason, no symbolism, no Buddha, nothing. Just it didn't look sharp to me. So I sharpened it. Okay. So I sharpened it on one level, and that's the R that you see on Rough Rider Volume 1, Volume 2. I did not design that R. I just sharpened it to what we had before. Right. I didn't know how to use Photoshop. Sleep, the one I was trying to get the laptop for, he did all that. He's the art director that did all that. Okay. So Sleep, I credit Sleep with that. Right. So that's that. Now that's one level of R. There is all the merchandise that's out there right now. There is such a thing, and this is something, again, I've never said out loud. There is such a thing as a black R. Okay. The black R is extremely sharp. When I say sharp, there's no turns on the corner at all. It's sharp as hell. You look at the I think it's one of the rules or regs of the prospect package. I might be wrong, but it's a gray R faded in the back and it's tilted. Right. That's the black R. There are 3 clothing designers, merchandise makers that currently have that file. All other people don't have that file. And I'm not gonna say who they are.
The only reason I got this shocked face because I think that's the R I use the most when I do people's design is the slanted R.
Do you have? Yeah, no. You can take the regular R and slant it. That R on the infamous behind you, that's not the black R.
Okay.
This right here, this shit right here, this is not the black R.
Okay.
I'm about to, I guess I'm about to snitch then. So let me see.
Oh.
The sharpness on the corners. Where is it? The sharpness on the corners. Where is it? Oh, here it is. The 90 degree. That's the black R.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like you can cut it. You can cut. It's precision. So that's the black R. And again, it's not. I still have influence within the R. I'm not gonna say on what level. I'm not gonna say who I talk to. I'm not gonna say all that shit. But I have interjected the black R into. It's on your fucking packet. The R with the lifestyle bolts all around it. That center R is the black R.
We just learn something new every day, folks.
So if it's so rebellious, why is it on everything? And it wasn't built for rebellion. It was built for love. It was built for love. It was built for humbleness. It was built to be invisible. And because and I know this is a cliche ass shit to say, but you got to make this vest. Don't make it make you. So if I black my vest out, you're going to love me as an individual. You're going to love me as a person. You're not going to love me because I got this on my back. You don't even know what it is unless you step to me.
Yeah. Unless you ask.
Unless you step to me. Right. What was some other dumb shit they was posting?
Man. Oh, you asked me for lately or over the years? I don't know.
Period. I'm trying to think. Because I don't have the comments pulled up, but I asked a bunch of shit in the comments. Fuck.
Oh, you know what? I don't even know, but I feel like this, bro. I feel like this. We're gonna find out soon later because these motherfuckers right now is gonna be commenting or they're gonna come into the group. He said dog division. They're gonna come.
All right, so dog division. Dog division started with it was Game Dog started with JB. JB was a dog nigga, period. Okay. And JB also had experiences and lived the other lifestyles as well. He owned a bike, he got the whips, so forth and so on. But JB that was his role. Everybody had a role to play. JB was the head of the dog division. Okay. I learned he was head of Game Dog. I learned the other day that Dirty Jersey founded Dog Division, which is different than Game Dog. Now, I would say this with clause. I've had one conversation with the brother, and I have not been able to do my fact check to my homework. That's not discredited. The man has no reason to lie. But before I put something out there, I want to make sure that I fact check it. I fact check my shit before I put it out. Okay. That's if you see that on the yo, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if right. So I've talked to one person, the man himself, and he said he was the one who founded it. So JB said it also. So I got to do other homework to figure out if that's true. Not saying he's lying. I just want facts. Right. Because we put in a lot of I did. Right. This ain't DJ Khaled. God did. Right. This ain't it. So we gotta figure that shit out.
But see, it's for what it's nothing wrong with it with trying to get fact checks because you want to have the wrong. This is something that I learned. When you give out wrong information long enough, people will think it's true.
Yo, I ain't looked down at the comments in forever. And I just looked down the comments and it says Facebook user. Yeah, didn't someone say you weren't a real Rough Rider?
Oh God. Where is it? Where is it?
So it's I don't know, it's the second to last one. Yeah. Didn't someone say you weren't a real Rough Rider? So to answer that question, based on this 2-hour interview, you tell me.
During this 2-hour and 10 minutes of history,
you tell me if I'm not a real Rough Rider or not. I asked a prospect one time. For a favor. I was trying to get my bike to the shop, and the shop owner used to be a Rough Rider stunt person. Not the original stunt team, but he used to stunt in this city. And he hit me up. He's like, yo, I'll come pick your bike up on the way in. I mean, it's out of your way. You can't pick the bike up anyways. No, I wasn't. I wasn't in the wrecks with it was that you and with the I don't know what that is. I gotta look at that one again. So the I asked, he said, I'll take your bike, the shop owner, I'll take your bike to the shop. I'm like, no, I'm good. And then this prospect knew of me outside of Rough Riders, biker boyfriend, cool dude, 09, whatever the case may be. He's like, yo, I'll do it. I was like, man, don't do that shit. He's like, no, I'll do it. He said, I can't do it today because I'm working. But I go to work lunchtime tomorrow. Do you mind if I come in early and scoop your bike and take it for you? Yeah, sure. Scoops my bike, takes it for me. We chop it up for about 15 minutes outside and leaves. I got a screenshot of you out there running missions for a nigga you don't even check in with. I'm like, first of all, I didn't ask a prospect to do a mission for me. I don't send prospects on missions. I had other club members, vested, and prospects willing to take my bike to the shop. I had the shop owner willing to pick my shit up. The nigga that picked my shit up had nothing to do with Rough Riders. It was simply just a favor from man to man. And we bring our petty bullshit Rough Rider shit into it. One time, this kind of goes back to Black R Invested. For my people on here who know who Soul Brothers are. Soul Brothers MC. You know Soul Brothers MC?
No, I do not.
Okay, Soul Brothers MC, they old as fuck. They trump us in age. I cannot tell you the age of their club, but they was rocking in the 70s. So when you see a Soul Brother, there's this cat in Soul Brothers called Snake.
Okay.
And Snake is literally the nigga off of Jeff Jam. Show you ride. Show you ride. Right. Show you ride. Old school nigga. Came to the point where every business that Snake tried to start up was show you right. Show you right car wash. Show you right detailing. Show you right trucking. Show you right. Show you right.
You try to trademark that. You try to trademark that.
So, to my OG Phoenix members, if any of them are in here, I used to have a shop in Arizona, and I did an annual at my shop. So after the annual at my shop, and the crowd dies down, Snake is out there chilling. I'm Ed. He knows me as Ed. And the nigga that's running around catering to everybody. No vest, no colors, no title, nothing. Just nigga in a t-shirt, running around catering to everybody. So we're sitting in the parking lot, twilight, sun's about to go down. And I said, yo, man, I got a shit ton of Harley parts. That's Snake, that's like Cobra and Snake and all this other stuff that I'm not even using. So Kickstand was a Cobra. Ran out, put it on his bike. Snake skin, billet aluminum hand grips. Put him on his bike. Like I dressed this nigga bike up crazy. And he's like, yo, man, Young Blood, I appreciate you, man. Show you right. Young Blood, I appreciate you, man. This and that, yeah, really. And you know, he's like humbling himself. And one of the other cats came up, and the other cat was like, yo, Scorp, you good for the night, man? I was like, yeah, I'm good. Snake looks at me, he's like, Scorp? I'm like, yeah. He said, Scorpio. I said, yeah. He said, hold up, nigga, I've been kicking with you for like 2 hours, drinking Henny and Hypnotic, and putting shit on my bike. And you Scorpio? I'm like, yeah. He said, you introduce yourself as Ed. I said, because that's who I am right now. I'm at my place of business running my shop. I'm Ed. When I say this OG took his vest off, walked to his bike, put it on the handle, walked back to me. I'm a straight lie to you because I can't remember the nigga in the government name. Hi, shook my hand. Hi, my name is Charles. It's a pleasure to meet you, Young Blood. You are, I think I was 30 at the time. You started this shit as a baby. And the shit that you moved, I didn't know you was Scorp from New York. The shit that you moved is just blown, man. And we really appreciate you. I got some of the best bonds in Rough Riders. And I just wanted to introduce you outside of Snake, man to man, brother to brother. Because you came to me as Ed and I'm coming to you as Charles, whatever his name was.
Okay.
So walks back to his bike, gives me a hug, walks back to his bike, puts his. The minute that nigga put the vest on, show you ride, Snake in the building. But it was a humbling ass experience to have an OG on that level remove his cuts and introduce himself to me as a human being with a government name to show me that the love went beyond the vest.
Ah, there it is.
Nigga, I felt this little. I felt like I had a pacifier and a baby bottle in my hand. It was such a beautiful feeling.
You know, and that's I love that. I love that fucking sentence. Love you beyond the best, because you like, yo, I took a little break, like, you know, had disappeared, get my life shit together. I was like, all right, let me go to these events without a vest. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, all right, I'm infamous with the vest or without the vest. Like,
man.
Know, so it's cool. Like, I mean, over a decade in this, you know, you get to meet a lot of people, or you get to talk to a lot of people on the social medias and stuff like that. You finally connect. Like, honestly, a couple years ago, I finally showed my talent out. Like, you know what? Let me put these designs. I use that to be an olive branch to get to know somebody. Like, I got all these Facebook friends, but I never talked to them. Like, yo, I'm not trying to gain numbers. I gotta know who the fuck y'all is. I come to your market. I know I got family here. Then I like, all right, got designs done. It's time to meet. I gotta meet y'all. Like, my first time fucking Phoenix. The first thing I put on the little event, like, yo, I don't know who smokes there. I'm gonna need a blunt. I went through, I don't know how many later was like, I'm gonna need a blunt. Soon as I got there, 3 members from Phoenix. Here you go. I
it's funny because so when I was talking to Wild, I was like, yo, I want this shit to be so big. And Wild be on some Confucius shit too, man. I want this shit to be so big that we can literally rock the vote.
Damn.
We call and we send a text out, Roughrider, vote for such and such. Damn. Roughriders, and everywhere you touch, you got family. He was going through, again, not throwing too much shit, he was going through something with his family. It's on a documentary. He was going through something with his family. I was like, yo, man, you hold me real close to your heart, man. And the situations with your siblings and your family, but I'm here, like, real close to your heart. I thought blood was thicker than water. This nigga Wild looked at me on some Confucius Master Splinter shit, and the words that came out his mouth was, yeah, you're right. Blood is thicker than water, but you can't drink blood. Water is universal. Everybody's my family. Again, felt this little. So when you see why, you see that genuine love. Like, he legit love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you see him clowning, playing with the kids, you know, hugging your wife, giving you dap, hugging you, you know, that's genuine. Like, because the nigga took his family and started some shit. He took the love and just started some shit, man. And then, you know, my uncle, I'm from Trinidad originally, came to the US when I was 13. My uncle was like, yo, your parents were divorced, your dad's on this side, your mom's over there. He said, people go around making their own family and, you know, constructing family figures. He said, but you just took this shit to a whole nother level. I was like, wow. So yeah, I got thousands of motherfuckers in my family. We all don't get along, but some of them I'll take a bullet for.
Exactly.
And some of them I can't wait to meet.
I told somebody, it's like, yo, we ain't meet yet, but I know if something goes down, you got my back. You're like, God damn right.
You know what we should do too? Whether it's on your channel or, and I know we got to wrap, whether it's your channel or we start another channel, which I think you should start. I think we should put a post, chapter by chapter or topic by topic in that prospect package.
Right.
Like, post, I'm gonna use, because I'm sitting in Arizona history.
Ah, yeah.
Right. And then I go in and I make my edits, and then the comments come in and say what they say. We do our homework on the comments, and before we even post the next topic, we're not moving on until this is right.
Right.
Once this is right, start post the next chapter.
You know what?
Correct this.
You know what? I say
something
this.
like that.
I say this. We could try. You know what? I'll probably do that shit just a test to like. I post something like I need blah 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 history. When did who was the first chapter in this state? When did it start? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I got you. I mean that's
yeah. So if we could do something crazy like that, I think that'll be epic right there.
Yeah,
because now we're sitting here and instead of because the way the history came was people kept telling me, yo, Scorpio, you gotta do the history, you gotta do the history, you gotta do the history. And now that you guys know a little bit about me and my personality, I'm not one to say I said, I did, because I was just one person. Look at my perspective. Look at JB's perspective. Look at me tell a story. Look at Beast tell a story. Did you read the story about when Beast threw me to the cops?
Yeah,
no. he threw me to the cops.
No, I didn't read that shit.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a short story. I'm gonna tell you that one real quick. So we leave in Wink's house and we catch a wreck. We willing. We got vests by now. So there's people in cars, and the people in the car, Roughriders, oh my God. And we throwing the bike. So I throw the bike up and I hear bloop bloop. I put the bike down. You know, I'm already in a low gear. I'm already in second gear. So I put the bike down and look in the mirror, and the lights is behind me. It's a blacked out Crown Vic, lights behind me. Damn. So I didn't have to shift down. I just hit the throttle. Whoop, pull up. I catch up to Beast. Yo, Beast. You know, we got chrome helmets on, so we can hear each other. Yo, Beast, the police is coming. He said, all right, okay. I pull off. I look in the mirror, and as I'm looking in the mirror, this nigga Beast shift lanes, and he hit me. He hit the police with the.
Oh shit!
Like, go get him! What the fuck?
He said, "Giddy up, go, giddy up."
So I'm like, this nigga just sicked the police on me. So the way I told the story was, I ran for about 45 minutes, but of course I'm running through the hood, and it's Roughriders. So I got to pop the clutch on every block, burn out every block, endo every block, and then I finally lost them because I went up a couple one ways, and after I lost them, the way I told the story was, yo, I called Beast, where you at? Nigga, we waiting on you. I said, how you gonna throw me to the cops like that, nigga? Oh, you good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, we waiting on you. That's how I ended the story. Beast came in, told the story in a similar manner. His ending was different. And his ending was the right ending. The ending to Beast's story was he followed the cop chase to make sure I was good.
Oh.
Went up the one ways with me and everything. So at the end of the cop chase, we both rode to Jaji's crib. I forgot that part.
Damn.
And it's true. How gangster are you for me to be chased, police in hot pursuit? I don't know what this Crown Vic had in it. It had double pipes. The nigga was on my ass. So the police is on me. How gangster do you have to be to follow the cop chase behind the police?
I mean, put yourself on the line because they could just stop
and to just make sure to make sure your little brother's good.
Yeah, that's hella gangster, bro.
I was like, yeah, you're right. That is the way that ended.
But see, that's good though. Like y'all was good with the whole story.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, bro. No, I'm behind you the whole time.
So the thing is, and I remember him pulling up because I remember when I lost him, I hit him on the chirp and he wasn't answering. Now that he said that, the truth came to my head.
Right.
I'm chirping and he's not answering, but we knew the sound of each other's bike. You know my voice. We knew each other's pipes.
Okay.
We would get lost in New York and talk through the Vance and Hines.
Damn.
Boom, boom. Wink is over there. Beast is over there. That's Musk.
Okay.
That's Scorp. Damn near Morse code in the fucking city.
Just about bikes. No church, none.
That's why I
Bikes.
said when I heard the anthem, you look back like it's almost like Wink saying hello. The sound of his pipe.
Sound the
His
old.
pipe was like a vocal voice. It
Sound the
was
old.
recognizable.
Like
That's
the
why I'm
old
getting dressed.
booths.
I'm putting my little tie on.
Like the
Pipe.
wait, that's like the old Boost commercials. Hello.
Yeah. So it was epic, man. It was so if we can do something like that to where we can go in, and I'm not knocking it because, like I said, when they came to me like, "Yo, Scorp, you got to write the history." Realistically, when I say Rough Riders, realistically, there was a good 50 of us, unnamed, and you can see all of them in Musk OG rideouts.
Okay.
But when it came down to it, we writing the handbook. We need 10. You want me to pick 10? So I had to pick 10. And that's how we got our 10. And then Ben got out of jail. Now it's 11. So it's like, it's one of those situations where I love and respect the fact that you can come to me for knowledge, come to me for stories and all that shit. But like I said before, man, I've been in 3 comas. Um, not wrapped too tight. I was talking to D, Triple X out of Cali, and then he called me out of the blue. He's like, you know what? All your stories and timelines is based on music videos. In 2001, we did this, and at this music video, we did that, and then at this show, we did this, and then because I can't give you a date. Like how you sat back and spat the dates that you fucking prospected, got vested, walked, and went. I can't do that.
Listen,
But I can tell you what video was popping at the time.
I'm like, listen, I'm surprised I can still do my dance. So how much y'all smoke and drink? Well, it's a whole different story. So
yeah, man. I mean, if you want to, it's up to you. I mean, can you see the numbers in the Can you see how many numbers we have? Is it worth keep talking, or what's it looking like? Did we drop?
Yeah, I think we went from 55. I think it's time. I think Mississippi's starting to party, so the numbers went down. But I mean, it's dog. If I got ended right here, I ended right here. Then
no. It's strictly up to you, my man. I don't want to sit here and babble because what's going to happen is like the prospect call that happened that Ruff organized, like a bunch of stuff, interviews that I have. What's going to happen is this interview is going to get put into archives, and this interview is going to get put. They're going to dissect this interview and try to make a Bible out of it. So we can keep talking because there's other dumb shit and other good shit we can talk about. Or we can end it now and I can come back for round 2.
Definitely. We can go listen. We're gonna end it now because I know we're gonna do a part 2 and we might be doing a part 3. And hell, I got threatened. I got threatened yesterday morning by high grading because I fucked up her name yesterday. I called her High Education. That's my homegirl. High grade.
Oh, that's what you was talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, so listen, let me tell you something.
I was high. I told her I was like,
so look, one last story. So we I'm having love with like the Tri-City Arizona chapter is just love, man. Bookham was on top of that at the time. And they invited me to Havasu. And if I'm wrong, y'all, don't take this shit to heart. I think it was Havasu. So we're in Havasu, and as we're in Havasu, Bookham comes to me. He's like, "Yo, I want you to vest my man." I'm like, "I don't like vesting people." He's like, "Why you don't like vesting people?" I don't like vesting people because I vest them and they're gonna quit next week. You know, giving myself, if Scorpio vests you in for life.
Right.
You know, so I ended up vesting Fearless. His government name is Rob. Stayed at the cat's crib. He came to my house, stayed at my crib. We played with each other's kids. You know, that's family right there. So I ended up vesting Rob that night. And a fight broke out at the club, at the bar or club or whatever we was at. It was an indoor-outdoor type situation. Fight broke out. So the fight breaks out, And I don't know what started the fight, why we're fighting. I have no clue. So we're fighting. Next thing I heard, surround the first lady. I'm like, who the fuck is the first lady? I look up, my wife at the bar taking Jello shots with a whole bunch of chicks around her. I'm knocking people. She get him, babe. Get him, babe. Get him. Get him, babe. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn around and this nigga look like Maui. I'm like, I gotta hit this nigga. And I know he's not gonna feel it. And once he hit me, I'm gonna go night-night. So I look at him and he hit me with the voice. His voice went to my spine. I'm on your side, bro. When he put his hand up, his whole hand was like Hulk on my face. I'm on your side, bro. I hop behind the nigga like, yeah, he on my side. So I get up and I can't say the people's names. So I get up and I'm walking through the next day. I'm walking through the club with one of my mans, and he got a shirt unbuttoned, Mexican Mafia. He's a Rough Rider, Mexican Mafia. So I'm walking through the club, and as we're walking through the club and his shirt's unbuttoned, the crowd of people is looking up. They know what it is, and they're parting the ways. This big 6 foot something Mexican cat, and got his vest, got his shirt unbuttoned, and I'm meeting with another cat from Cali. Can't say his name, and we in the back. As we get to the back of the club, the cat with the chest out and the button down start buttoning up his shirt. I'm like, why you? So I'm confused. As he starts buttoning up the shirt, the cats sitting at the table are Armenian Mafia.
Oh.
They start pulling their shit out under the table. Pause. He is 6'3", built like a shit brick house. Nothing to fuck with. Scared of shit at this point. Head of the Armenian Mafia for that area, he's looking, he got the screw face. Looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, looking at him. Scorpio, with you? I'm like, yeah, nigga. You Rough Riders from yada yada. Oh, really? He waved to his peoples. They put their guns away.
Ooh.
I said, what's the problem? He said, nah, we good. He said, that's you know, it's Mexican Mafia, we Armenian Mafia. And he said, our families don't get along, but you here, we all Rough Riders, let's break bread. I was like, wow. And that happened the weekend that I vested Fearless. So
wow, bro.
I call them my kids. Fearless was my only kid for years on years on years on years. Left or got put out or something like that. And I lobbied for him to get back in because he loves this shit. Like his heart, the nigga bleed R's. You know, Bookham got a straight R tattoo on his back. The nigga don't need a vest. You know, like tatted.
Yeah, it's a couple of them I see.
No, he's the original.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. He's the first.
Yeah, don't make a joke with it. So High Grade. I'm not gonna put this business out there, but High Grade has been through a lot with the art, and she's always been. She's been around for longer than I want to say longer than you, my man. But never put a vest on, never asked for a vest, never asked for a position. She's always organizing shit. She was our PRO on the low. Like, but just not doing it for clout, for position, for nothing. She's doing it because her man was in it. Her man at the time was in it, and he was a prospect. I mean, he was a young cat soldier. Eventually worked his way up the rank, but she did that, and when she did that, it was 200% love. Like no, and I respect and honor and love that so much. That humble, you know. I want give me a vest, give me a position. Nah, she just wanted everybody to have a good time. Right. She just wanted us all to be family. So she was always headlining stuff like that. So it was a situation like this where I was doing some black belt stuff. My kids are in combat sports, MMA and Taekwondo, Muay Thai. So I'm doing some stuff at the MMA gym with my kids. And I get a call from AWOL. Yo, we at this park. I'm like, all right, cool. Come to the park and barbecue. Get to the park, there's a barbecue, this, that, and the other. Pulls me to the side. Yo, I need you to vest Adriana. Nope. Not doing it. Scorp, I need you to vest Adriana. I don't vest people.
Mm-hmm.
I love her to death. She's my sis. She's my heart. I don't vest people. I don't do it. He said, and AWOL got this Uncle Phil type look. And
yep.
I felt like Fresh Prince. I felt real vulnerable. Like my elder was, like telling me, nigga, you better. And he gave me a scenario. And again, without putting business out there was a lot of loss. There was a lot of wrong turns. There was a lot of devastation in her life. And the way he proposed it was, this is her new chapter. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do, period. But you're telling me this. I can relate to it because I know her. And I've known her. And I've known the loss. She's that loss that a lot of us can't deal with. I know the loss. I know the pain. And through all that loss and through all that pain, she's always kept that smile on the face. She's always wants everybody else to have it. She'll always give you a hug. She always has that glow. I said, so you know what? I want to do this now. And I did it because I wanted to do it. So those are the only two people that I've ever vested. And I tied my tubes. I'm not vesting nobody else. I ain't got no more kids.
Right, you know what? And the fact that she contacted me because I met her. How I met her was I did, like you said, we never tell her business, but I did design for her. I forgot who asked me to do it for her, and she thanked me and stuff. And all of a sudden, I found out she was prospecting. So like, oh, wait a minute, you prospected? Okay. So I got to, I think it was Memphis. When I first met her in Memphis, I'm like, damn, she came all the way to Memphis. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally met her, signed the shirt. Cool. When I found out she was vested, I was like, fucking A. Yes. So, I got closer, like I said, she kind of threatened me because I was like, I wonder what I'm doing in January.
No, but the thing is, we do have a higher learning though. We have a soldier named Higher Learning. That's my heart. She tried to kill me too. She tried to kill me with a car one time.
Listen, she took my belt, man.
She got you.
It's not a lot of people that grab my title belt. But she took my title belt, took a picture.
Yo, what's the title belts all? What's the title belts all around? It's a question for you. Like, what's up with all the title belts and all that?
Okay, so I'm a wrestling fan, and when I was prospecting, I found out there's another Infamous. So I was like, no.
Did you fight him for the belt?
No. So what I did was,
I don't want to hear the rest of the story.
No, because he was always like Washington somewhere.
Right.
But I caught up with him though. But that's another story. But so there's like, you gonna be Infamous? Was you gonna be Infamous 2? The sequel was like,
sequel.
Wow. Fuck out of here. Well, like
the low budget B version.
Right. So I was like, so they found out I had this the big world heavyweight championship. There's the big belt. And I wore it. It's like, Infamous the champ. I was like, I like that. I'm gonna add that on. So, but then I had to carry it on because I only had one belt. Oh, that shit grew over the years. I had to start having like 8 belts and shit. And I keep the name going. Like, in fact, I got to Oakland for the first time. I got to California the first time. And shout out to Nympho. Nympho was like, yo, bring your title belt. I was like, which one, motherfucker? And he was like, I don't give a fuck which one you bring. Just bring a title belt. Like, wow. All right, cool. Because the thing they had was whoever was on twos, the furthest distance on twos, they had a title belt with an R on it, and it's gonna give it out to them. Well, I'm like, I ain't winning that shit. I'm flying. So, So one of my Virginia members here, Gillian, he rode
Wow.
from Virginia all the way to California.
Uh-huh.
And he got that trophy. I was like, yo, you got that, bro. You got that. But you know I got borrowed that title once in a while. You know that, right? So yeah, that's the reason why I got all the belts and I it gotta go with my name. I can't call myself the champ
Right.
and I got no title belts. I was like, that's I call that a walking lie. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And the thing is too is what we used to do was back in the day, Sony Studios. You're talking about a studio that's 20 G's a night, 30 G's a night, 50 G's a night. You got Jay-Z, you got, Angie Stone, you got D'Angelo, Swiss, Alicia Keys, everybody's like the heavy hitters in there. It came to the point, Busta Rhymes, everybody's in the studio, and it was right down the street from 53rd and 8th. And the homeless story ended up with me actually moving into a loft across the street from the office on 53rd and 8th. So it had a happy ending. Okay. But the Sony Studios is down the block, and you're looking at a $20,000 a night studio, and we used to get down there, and Swiss would move the grand pianos. This is like $500,000 grand pianos, and if you for my music heads in here, top of the line equipment, move all that shit to the side and fight. Heavy hitters versus Roughriders. Heavy hitters versus flip mode. Flip mode versus Roughriders. Blah, 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 blah. And we in there bare knuckle. Blood on the hardwood, expensive moon teak type floor. Like we in there fighting. Stack of money this high on who win. And the squad get the money. Straight like Kimbo Slice fighting.
Damn.
So Poe is, I credit Poe with pointing out Jen. Damn, I gotta say a clause before this story. Jen, I love you. If you're watching this, sorry, but it's the alcohol, bro. I gotta tell the story. So, and sorry for all the, if I say some racial remarks, but so Jen is Poe found out about Jen and said, yo, we need to watch this cat on 106 and Park. So behind the scenes, Jen gets signed to Rough Riders. So Jen wins, pulls out the R, does his thing.
Yeah.
And we pick him up from 106 and Park, take him to Sony Studios.
Right.
Why? I'm sorry, I gotta tell the story. I think that the statute of limitation is passed on this. So anybody from Interscope or Virgin watching this, we did make records in the studios, but we also fought. So we take Jen to Sony Studios, and Wise popping mad shit. We about to initiate you. We about to take you to the studio. Jen's amped up. I'm about to lay some tracks down. I just got to find the ink ain't even dry. Mm-hmm. We get Jen to Sony Studios, give him some gloves. Why talking about you Asian? You can fight, right? He's like, yeah, I can fight. You're a Rough Rider. We all fight up in here. You gotta fight. You know what I mean? You gotta get your stripes and you gotta fight. Like, all right, we gonna fight. We gotta find somebody his weight. Somebody his size. That Jen over there. It's funny because the gloves is all the way up here. He's ready to get it in. And Jen was ready. I'm not gonna lie. Jen was ready to throw down. So we doing that, getting ready to fight. Who walks into the room with gloves on, no shirt? Cassidy from Philly.
Oh, let me sit up for this one.
Why talking about Jen versus Cassidy? You try to be like a ringleader. We about to initiate Jen into the family. I say Cassidy put the paws on Jen. I think he either busted his nose or broke his nose or something, but there was blood everywhere. Oh. Everywhere, my man. And I was just like, yo, they just beat the shit out of Jen. He didn't get his ass whoop. But Cassidy got that. Cassidy got some hands. Shout out to Cassidy if you watching. You already know what it is. So Cassidy hit this one, pop, and it was just like. Well, I was like, wait, we can't break him yet. We gotta get some records out of him. We can't break him yet.
Oh God.
Man. It was that was everybody's fault. Jay Justice, I'm gonna see if I can get Justice on a podcast with you, my man. Just got some stories. Just fought. We also got my brother Big Tone out of Philly. Big Tone fights. Like I said, our standard members was built a little different.
Hit squad.
So I say all that to say this. In the beginning, one of I hate the word division. One of the divisions that we were gonna do was Roughrider MMA. So the goal was the goal, and I would love to take it back to this. The goal was to start these chapters, have them register as a nonprofit, get them their nonprofit, their LLC, whatever the case may be, their bank accounts, their everything. Give a certain back to the community with your dues in your clubhouse. And for those who've been to my shop in Chandler in Arizona and have been to the shop in Reseda, it was a one-stop shop. Okay. So the shop in Arizona was a little bigger, but you can get your car worked on. I was building trikes because I was trying to put T-Rex out of business. I was customizing bikes. You can get your dog. You can come in and get a dog. Come in and get get a tattoo. I was in the process of getting a barber. So as you're sitting there, you're gonna sit there and you're getting your haircut. I couldn't get the license to get the open wounds and the haircut in the same building.
Okay.
So but I wanted it to be a one-stop shop to where if I'm getting a haircut, I'm facing a glass, I'm facing a two-way mirror, and I'm looking at my vehicle get worked on as I'm getting a haircut.
Okay.
I'm getting tatted. I'm watching my bike get worked on as I'm getting tatted. I'm there to breed dogs. I'm watching dog porn as I'm getting tatted. Nice. You know what I mean? It's just that whole thing, and make it real upscale. Everything all black for obvious reasons. Nigga, I got black walls in my house.
Yeah.
Make it so make it all black, make it all sexy, make it all this, that, and the third. And the object was to give people the opportunity to start that in every single chapter. That's why Cali and Reseda and the shop and the T-Rex and because the shop, whoever's been to the shop in Reseda, California, when we had it, you walk in and there was a showroom floor with custom bikes, dirty denim, records, this and that and the other, but you had a tech in the back that can work on your bike. There was the desk at the front. Like, we wanted to have that, what we had in Reseda, in every single major market. So you can employ your Roughriders. You can get your sponsorships. You can get your insurances. You can get all your ties and all that stuff to the point where if you can set yourself up beautifully and make a cool meal a year, send 10% to Y and call it a day. But at the same time, you're making money
in all the markets.
You're opening. You got cats that come out of jail. Nobody's gonna hire him. I've been there. Nobody's gonna hire you, regardless of what my situation was. They're not gonna hire you. So you come out. You know what? We're gonna send you to motorcycle school, MCC, MCI, whatever. We're gonna send you over there, and then we're gonna write it off as an expense. So your tuition's free, and then you're gonna come work in the shop. You got signed this contract for 5 years. We got you for 5 years, unless we let you go. But now you're making back then. Now you're making 50, 60, 80,000 a year. You fresh out of jail.
Ooh. Fresh out of jail. Didn't see that coming at all.
We're gonna open up the barbershop, get you your barber's license. We go, like opportunity like that. Give back.
And I'll just say, shit, man, knowing what I know now, shit, you can get your license while you in jail with a barber. So as soon as you come out, you already pretty much got a job and stuff, man. So
exactly. So that's when I wanted MMA, and then I saw, and I'm actually gonna close on this one.
Okay.
Unless you have something else. You got anything else?
No, I
Okay.
in fact, I'm gonna save some for round 2. I just got
right. So
I
wanted to do Rough Rider MMA because fighting, I wrestled in college, and I used to be an MMA fighter, and I coach MMA, and kids are in MMA. It's always been a huge part of the culture. We fought in the studio, we battle crews. It just never stuck. So one year I was watching a video, and Tina Capri from Canada posted it, and there's cats in the octagon. This is before UFC really took off and got big. There's cats in the octagon, and he's fighting, and he won. And you see this black thing coming over the octagon into the cage. It lands, and he holds it up, and it's the vest. It was like a dream come true. So somebody in Canada is an MMA fighter, and they just kicked somebody's ass and flag and paraded the R in the middle of the ring, like, yeah.
You know
I'm like,
what?
yo, why?
I'm about to see that shit on YouTube. I think I seen that on YouTube.
It's a clip that I saw on social media somewhere. So immediately I text Tina, yo, check it. We got to start the MMA. And when I start it, I want you to hold it down. So forth and so on. So me and her was in talks for a minute, years and years, trying to get it popping. Never took off. And I can't say too much about it because it's still in the works. But the last Juneteenth, you saw why with the pit.
Yes. Yeah. It's actually someone brought it up. Someone brought it up in the comments.
Yeah. I'm not watching them comments. It's all I gotta say is when I did my shop, and I'll post them on your group and all that, I created a Pitbull logo, and the name of my shop was Mad Pitbull. And I designed it after the dog I had at the time. And when I wore it, I was like, I want that for dog division. I'm like, nah, you can't have that. I'll make you one yourself. So the shirt that Wah has on, I split the R down the middle, flipped it, and turned it into a Pitbull face.
Oh.
If you look at the eyes, the jaw, the mouth, they're all parts of the R.
Holy shit. Wait. I will post. Okay.
I will post it in the group and dissect the fuck out of that shit. The eyes is the center of the R. The jaws on the pit bull is the other hook on the R. The nose is the inside of the. I designed the fuck out of it.
Bro, don't give me no ideas while we on this podcast.
Nigga, I did a Scorpio logo with R's on the fucking claws and the whole Scorpio with the tail with an R on the tail, and it was all.
Bro.
So I did it, and it was supposed to be the dog division's logo, and it just never stuck. The double-sided R with the dog in the middle stuck. So again, my artwork failed. But here we are years later, and there is this thing in the works called the pit.
Yes.
We can end right there. Stay tuned.
Right there. We're gonna end it right there because that's just telling you it's more to come. It's more to come.
Stay tuned.
Bro, appreciate it. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you for the platform, man. You're doing great things, my man.
Man, thank you, man. We pretty much broke a record because I never went 2 hours, 2.5 hours. This is history.
What you doing in the next 6 minutes? We got 6. We can say 6 minutes of goodbyes and make it 3.
Listen, the next 6 minutes.
We can hang up on the 3 mark. We're gonna do it on the 3 mark. We're gonna do it on the 3 hour mark.
All right, the 3 hour mark. So then
3 hour mark. And for those who are still here, that's stuck with us for 3 hours, that's not drunk at an annual right now. Yeah. Love you. That's crazy.
Appreciate it. We just gonna call you to go get that drink even faster now. He just finished the whole bottle. I did like 2 shots.
But I'm not drunk. You see, I'm not drunk.
You was getting there though. You was getting there.
Because it was like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, you're doing great things, man, and I really appreciate the platform. And I look forward to your channel growing. I look forward to everything. Socials, my social. What's your socials?
See, of course you see the Facebook, got my government name for some reason. I am on Twitter, Infamous Champ. Instagram, same thing, Infamous Champ. That's it. I am on GroupMe, but I barely be on that.
Nah, I gotta get with the Snapchat and the what's the other one? The TikTok, and TikTok's a black hole, damn near time machine.
Yeah,
You look at
I,
TikTok and look up and 3 days go by.
right,
Um,
right.
but
I don't got the
for
patience
me,
for it, honestly. To
yeah,
tell you, I
yeah, for
don't got the
me,
patience
that's
for
some
it.
funny shit on there. For me, it's Edward Coutain, Edward Coutain. That's all my socials right
All
there.
right.
So yeah, man, that's how you can find me, follow me, and rock out from there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it's let's do this again, man. Let's do this again. Let's politic on that on getting this history right. Whether you want to do that in your group that you currently have right now, or we start a new group. But I
Well,
would like to have it to where we have a JB, people that are invested, old people with grudges. I want everybody to speak, to have
well,
a voice.
it seems like they coming with full, like they coming on this one. So
No, what I'm doing is, like I said, I got a little bit happy with the invite button, and my Rolodex is serious.
okay.
Like I'm about to hit up the Beckfords and the McKnights to come on that bad boy. Like my Rolodex is retarded, so
Oh
um,
shit.
it's
Appreciate
it's 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 serious right now. So um, we'll see what happens, man. But and I know you want a positive vibe in that room.
Yeah.
And if we start arguing history, you're gonna get some static. So
Yeah.
maybe that is for another room.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Because like since we go there, like the reason why I say positive because I know, and I don't care now. We know I know there's some informants out there that's if I
Right.
say something fucked up, they gonna go run and tell and stuff. But I don't want that. But like like I told you, I've been thinking about this for a good couple of years, and it's a good way. Everybody got their own story.
Right.
I got they why they joined. Some might be
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
different. And again, I with me, I've been in a lot of events where you got those same people that just stand against the wall,
Yeah.
don't want to communicate with nobody, just want to look around. I understand that you from an
No,
environment
it's
where
it, no, it's funny. It's funny because I do that now, but now I start introducing myself as Ed, and they shake my hand and nice to meet you, Ed. Keep it rocking, and then come back 15 minutes later. Yo, it's crazy, man. Well, how'd you come up? I got one more question. We got 2 minutes. Rough Riders Chronicles. Why that name? What happened?
well, this is a good one. Well, during the documentary,
Mm,
me and Jay Boss was talking. And
right.
Jay Boss is like, yo, they should do something like that for the lifestyle. I'm like, yeah, they should do that for the lifestyle. So the thing was, um, this was around time during the march in Washington,
Mm-hmm.
and why and the rescue team came towards Northern
Mm-hmm.
Virginia, and I got approached because I was making Rough Rider Chronicles designs with the members.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they said BET had a problem with it. They got the license for the title and all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. I told Jay Boss that. He's like, well, how about we just take the writer off and call it Rough Chronicles? I was like, all right, that sounds bad. Now this is I waited like a long time. He didn't do it because he
Mm-hmm.
got his J Boss TV, he got his videos and stuff like that. So I'm like, I think it's the perfect time for me to do this shit. I was gonna do it during the pandemic since we was not
Mm-hmm.
doing shit anyway. So, but I like, I'm gonna do it now before because I don't want to be that guy that says, "Damn, I should have done this shit."
Yeah.
So
Then look
got it
back.
out the way. Then
Uh-huh.
I got 30 seconds shit. Oh, the original design was it said Rough Chronicles, and I had
Uh-huh.
that R we was just talking about with the bolts coming off the wall. Can't use the R, blah blah. Like, all right, motherfucker, you about to get my Grim Reaper. My Grim Reaper, give you on the middle finger. That's all to it. And that's why I came up with all this
Rough
situation.
Chronicles. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy because and we might go a minute over to 3. It's crazy because and then we go 3 hours. It's crazy because Viacom at the time Paramount is one of my biggest clients. I do marketing and artwork and whatnot. So I did the social media marketing with one of my coworkers. Her name is Giselle, like little sister to me. So she was heading it up, all the social media marketing, artwork, making all the assets for online. So she knew who I was. So I'm on the conference calls and everybody's excited. Yo, we got Scorpio. Ed, we got Scorpio. We're interviewing him. He's flying in next week. I'm like, word? That's what's up. So I fly in, and the lady that interviewed me, her name is Erica Hansen. And that's when I told Erica, I was like, Ed from BET, that's leading the marketing, the social media marketing, along with Giselle on the Chronicles, Roughriders, and No Limit Chronicles. Okay. All that artwork, all the animation, all that stuff. Ed and Scorpio are the same person. She was like, no. I'm like, I've been working remote for 15 years. They never seen my face. So I can walk through office right now. They wouldn't know who I am.
You know what's crazy?
In the shadows. In the shadows.
Yes. And in the shadows, we go in there because someone just said, y'all got shit to do. So yes, we don't have shit to do. That's what it is. But right. Again, I'm gonna say this like last time I'm gonna say this. Again, thank you, Scorp. we gotta go, bro. But appreciate it, bro. We will do a round 2 of this. Like, damn, yes. It's the 4th time. Everybody said round 2. We definitely gotta do a round 2.
Yeah, man.
And hey, man, keep an eye out. You know, there's those that's in the group. Keep an eye out. He gonna do some knowledge for y'all asses. So y'all get the history. He gonna do his fact checks. You can see, he heard what he say. Do his fact checks.
Yeah, first. Man. Let's do the fact checks, and then we can move on to the next topic.
Yes,
but
sir.
Thank you all for all who tuned in. This was supposed to be like an hour long. We did 3 times that.
We did like
we done made it. We done made it to 3rd gear. We brought man from the 5th floor.
Yes, sir. We did like 3 episodes. 3 episodes.
It's real love. So. And for those who were not here live and are watching it on the back end, I hope you can make it for the whole 3. It was some good conversation.
Yes.
But yeah, my brother, let's chop it up. Let's keep it moving. And right. I'm looking forward to next week. Mims! You'll see how he builds.
Mim. His images, Rocky Mountain, all that motherfucker. That's my tall brother.
I call that brother God with a lens, man. God with a lens. You know,
he's one of them. He's one of the best.
Yeah, so all right, my man. I'll holler at you. Love you, my brother. Love everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you. And I'll holler at y'all, man. You got anything? You want to end it? You want to just say peace? How you want to do it?
I'm gonna do peace with us, and then I'm gonna do this little plug in, and then I'm out. I'm tired.
All right, cool. So can I log off?
You can log off, bro. You can log off. You done.
I'll let you, my brother. Love you, boss.
Man. Peace.
All right,
what? Appreciate it, man. This was history. 3 hours. If y'all hung in there, I definitely appreciate it. So I'm gonna end this off with some plugs. We got next month. Next month is September, and these are the events that I know of. Before I do the events, like I just said, my next guest is Mim. We're gonna chop it up with his knowledge, his history. Why do he love taking pictures and all that stuff, which y'all should know already, but we're gonna hear from his perspective. So with these events, if you don't know knowledge, you go be in town, here you go. September the 2nd to the 4th, we got DC. We'll be making an appearance in DC. We got North Shore, that's in Massachusetts. Also, I just found this out yesterday or Thursday, I'm not sure. But Fort Worth, Texas got just a 1-day event, which is on the 10th. So if you go be around Texas, or if you that close and you're not doing nothing, go there, support. The 9th to the 11th, you got 3 events, and one of them is with me. Virginia, you got New Mexico, that's word 1 on 3 crosses. If I said that wrong, please chop my head off in the comments. Sorry, we was talking a long time. And you also got Cleveland. Cleveland is doing something on the 9th to 11th. So you got 3 events to go to. I won't hit it unless you're working or funds is not right. You got New Mexico, you got Virginia, you got Ohio. Make it happen, folks. You got this a good one. From the 14th to the 19th of September, you got New Orleans. You got Nolans. They said they go party all week. God, please, God, give me the funds so I can try to make that. I never been to Louisiana. I already told Spider that's my goal. I'm trying to make Louisiana. On the 16th to the 18th, I'm sorry. That was I just found was canceled, which was Columbia, South Carolina. I just found that was canceled. I do not know why. I'm not there. You gotta ask them. But also on that same date is look like a combo event. It's an R1 weekend in Vegas. Roughriders and #1 Stunners. Check it out. I don't know if you any members that know about that from Vegas. I think that's the Vegas chapter. I just going by what I got on here. September 23rd to the 25th, you got Charlotte. My homegirls, my brothers in Charlotte, North Carolina. You got the zoo in Michigan. You got the zoo in Michigan. Shout out to go to my second guest all time. He was great. Support Michigan while you can. And we just left Scorp. You got Tri-City. Tri-City got an event the 23rd to the 25th. Support. And the way you end September is you gotta watch some hula girls. You gotta go to Hawaii. What's this? Hawaii is September 30th to October 2nd. We also got a prospect event in Spokane, Washington, a bike/car wash. So check that out. And that's all I got. October guests look good, but let me give you the freaking September guest lineup. The September guest lineup is as follows. Next week, we got Mem. September the 10th, which is during my event. This gonna be exclusive. This gonna be a face-to-face, not no video. He's gonna be right here. I'm gonna be right here. He'll be right here. I'm gonna be right here. He'll be right here. That is Spider. And the very next day, this is gonna be my first ever doubleheader. On the 11th, we got one or if the founder of Virginia at the match. That's gonna be a very interesting one. That's another one of my taller brothers. After that is the 17th. We got DJ Black. I knew him when he was in Alaska. I think he's in Cali now, but I think he's still DJ in Alaska. That man is straight up funny as hell. So it's gonna be a good time to chop it up with him. Every time I've seen him, we always had a good time, take pictures. And I am not finished my October guest list, but it's looking good so far. So that's all I got for right now. And again, I appreciate Scorp. We will be doing. That's another one that's gonna do a round 2. So if y'all want to get on the show, y'all better let's go. Ain't gonna take your spots. But a great show, long show, 3 hours worth. Appreciate everybody that stuck around and watch. Congratulations to North SIP newest members. And hopefully I see y'all when I see y'all, probably in Florida. Don't know. But until then, y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a good time wherever you at. Be safe while y'all having that good time. I will catch y'all when I could catch y'all. I will see you when I could see you. I will communicate when I could communicate. I will do designs when you need to get done. And that's all I gotta say. I think I got some more drinking to do. Deuces.